someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on. I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
I have no idea what you just said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do
Order first, so you want to talk about it? Order.
I'm trying to get clarification. Look at calm down.
No, because this is what I'm
get
do.
to proceeding.
I'm trying to
Hey,
get
Miss Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to do-
down.
No,
Can you please calm
don't
down.
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
Calm
noise,
down.
and then you
You're out of control.
Because if I
Let's
come
Chairman,
and
can we
talk
try to
shit,
take a break for 5
you're
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair.
Yeah, rapper stepping to me. They wanna get some, but I'm the cat, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me. They wanna get some, but I'm the creeper, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me. They wanna get some, but I'm the cat, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me. They wanna get some, but I'm the creeper, so yo, you know the flow.
Who wanna see me act a fool? Grab the mic and broadcast like the 6 o'clock news. Reaching my peaks when I excite the crowd. And MCs get dealt with quick for crying out loud. I packed a little something that be rumping your subs. Back happy in the house, I'll show your MC some love. My slow flow keeps you on the go like no dose. Plus, I'm your doctor on call for the down low. It's just the like thing that functions what I bring. Like Mary J sang, I got real love for this game.
Yeah.
Never coming lame, I'm in the streets, not peak. What time is it? Time to play for keeps. Check it out, I'm coming with that soul sonic force, of course. Running rugged like a thoroughbred horse. Got my torch in my hand like I'm starting the Olympics. Microphone stays on fire cause I'm gifted. Terrific. I still got juice like high C. Plus I'm funking up your liver like 2 quarts of OD. So knock knock, who is it? It's your fat MC. Once again, ready to bounce down these roads and streets. Yeah, fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slippity slide. Yeah, and like niggas be cool. Like niggas be cool. Fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slippity slide. Yeah, and like niggas be cool. Like niggas be cool.
I don't know the first thing about economics. All I know is chronic don't be growing on trees. So if you wanna live fat, then you must stack G's. So I make my bacon from breaking them seeds. You can't get with these, so you freeze at 32 degrees. Please let the rhymes ease your mind, but the cuts make you bleed. Tracks be on flat like my dime bags of weed. I got what you need. The urban black blowers in the house to get it going on. It don't stop, it won't stop till the break of dawn. Break of dawn, bring it on. Nigga go for strong. For all that shit you talking, I'ma cut out your tongue. Shouldn't have been talking to me wrong. Fat cats got my back, yeah, it's like that, it's on. So who's talking shit? Who won the battle? Sometimes I rattle like a snake or like a baby's toy. Smoke a dime, then recline like a lazy boy. I bring you joy like Anita Baker. I'm from the acre, let me take you on another caper. But don't forget your blunt papers, fool. You best to blaze up or raise up. Fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slip and slide, yeah. And like niggas be cool. Like fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Or just ride, glide, slippity slide, yeah. And like niggas be cool.
Like microphone check, biggity back on the set. Like lights, camera, action. What's happening? Nothing but the same old. Showing off my mic control. MC trying to duplicate the H, but get Peter roll. Fuck them sons of bitches. I'm bouncing like a nigga hitting switches. Cruising down the road to the riches. 40 ounce in my lap, a pocket full of raps. Some dice on the back seat, and all they show is craps. The slick Rick the ruler, it's a teenage love. Every time I see it, Philly and crack open the blunt. Every time I see the microphone, I'm dropping the funk. And every time I hear a phony rap, I'm dropping the punk. That's how it goes for the 9-0s. Can't hear no name hoes. I said I'm on my dresser with my keys and let the can go. Fat cats coming to a theater near you. So check the local listen, cause I'm this a whack crew. Yeah,
fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slippity slide, yeah. And like niggas be cool.
Like niggas be cool.
Yeah, fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slippity slide. And like niggas be cool. Yeah, who got the skills? Who got the skills? Niggas know my name cause I got game like Grant Hill. So chill, cause I will fill you in on the scoop. Your played out group is played out like troops. Oops. Another stupid rapper got cute, now I'ma have to hem him up like a bell-bottom suit. Boy, you know you're destined to be another fallen rapper who be resting in peace by the power that's invested in me. I declare everybody in the house scream out, oh yeah, oh yeah. One more time if you ain't scared, oh yeah. That's what I wanna hear. If you're down with the click, stick a pick in your hair, flick your bick in the air. MC stare but don't glare because they know that HBP will break you down with the flow. Them niggas ain't no hoes. Now I suppose your black nigga rolls. Wanna see the pros, freak the funk before we close. Fire up a blunt full of droves, but yo don't choke. MCs be getting lost in the smoke, so don't try to approach me. This lame brain, he got burned up in the flames, now he's toasty. MCs I roast 3, so I hope the rest will pay attention very closely. Do not provoke me. Fill my cup up, fool, and let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, slippity slide, and like niggas be cool. Fill my cup up, fool, and let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, slippity slide, and like niggas be cool. I got rhythm and rhyme, rhythm and rhyme, I got rhythm and motherfucking rhymes. Yeah, I got rhythm and rhyme, rhythm and rhyme, we got rhythm and motherfucking rhymes. Yeah, we got rhythm and rhyme, rhythm and rhyme, we got rhythm and motherfucking rhymes. You know we got rhythm and rhymes, rhythm and rhyme, we got rhythm and motherfucking rhymes.
Your ass is next.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Hopefully the audio is good. We are coming in cold. We are coming in cold. Oh, but it's gonna get hot real quick. Oh, the room done swole up. Y'all must be here for the Polo Frost thing, because I know I don't generally get this many people right off from the outset. Oh my goodness, y'all must be here for the Polo Frost thing. Okay, well, we're gonna get the Polo. We're gonna get the Polo Frost in just a minute. You know what? I didn't look his real name up. I don't know his real name. I like to call people by their government names, especially when I'm not speaking of them in a capacity for their performance. You know, I'm not sure exactly what his real name is. I've never known him, and I don't have anything against Polo Frost. But what I want people to understand is what Polo Frost said brought me out, because he said something about the village from which I'm from. He brought something out against a legendary heritage venue that I've actually been a part of, been events, been to events, been a part of events, just went there as a patron many times, done business with them. So what I'm going to do is break some things down today for Mr. Polo. And like I said, I think a lot of people are probably here early because of the Polo Frost situation dealing with the blind pig. But before we jump off into that, what's good with you, brother Donald, brother John Henry? We in here. I appreciate that. Hopefully the audio is clear. Hopefully the audio is clear. I know I got a lot of lurkers. I got a lot of people that ain't gonna say shit today, which is good. Okay, because if you're gonna come in here ignorant, I really don't need you to say something. But if you're gonna come in here like really stupid, then we'll you know what? Here's the thing. This is what I'll do right here. Let me just start this early. Just so y'all understand what kind of time I'm on today. Please understand what kind of time I'm on today. And I welcome anybody to take that link and utilize it. Please utilize that link that I just put into the chat. I will bring you up, backstage. Now, I definitely have to tell you, if you take the link and you want to come up on this stream today and you decide you want to say something greasy, then I definitely will dispose of you right here online. I'm gathering motherfuckers today. Okay. I'm gathering motherfuckers today. But before we get too deep into this thing, I would be remiss if I do not pay homage to our brother minister. It is his 99th birthday. It is his 99th birthday today. Malcolm X. Yes, it is his 99th birthday. And I know a lot of people like to put up posts where he's showing that side that really cut through America. but I've always liked to put up posts that show that lighter side of Malcolm, that side where he was smiling, or side he was with his wife, or that side he was with his kids, or wife and kids. It always wasn't about all the microphones being up in his face. What's happening now is they're starting to accept Malcolm X, much like they started to accept Martin Luther King, you know, years and years and years later, because they liked Dr. King in 63, hated Dr. King in 68, and then it was just kind of teeter-tottering for years. And then, you know, now he is an American hero. Well, I don't know if Malcolm X will ever be considered an American hero, but he was definitely a Black American hero. Okay, he was an American freedman hero. Now, I know that he had some West Indian in him, I believe, some Caribbean culture, I believe, in his blood. I understand that, but he never stood anywhere but 10 toes down for Black America. And if I'm not mistaken, Sister Betty Shabazz was from Detroit, Michigan. If I'm not mistaken, his wife came right from my village, right here in the Mitten. Okay, now y'all know I'm from Ann Arbor. Okay, but I consider it my village, the Mitten, because I'm from Michigan. You know, I'm never going to separate myself from Detroit. Now, hopefully Detroit never separates itself from me. But I appreciate everybody swelling up this room so early. I know what y'all doing. I know why y'all here. Y'all know why I'm here. I know that. That's what y'all saying. Y'all know why I'm here. Brother Calvin, I am so thankful that you could catch the live today. It's going to be a good live today. And they all good lives. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I look back at what I've done so far this month. You know, I don't send nobody no shares to share the clips out, and I don't have no sponsors, and I don't have none of that going on. But you know what? I got 5,600 views right now on probably about 7, 8 videos, 9 videos that I've done this month. You know, I'm gonna go back and count the actual videos, but you know, my message is what my message is. And it's never, ever to hurt anybody. It's always to reveal the truth, because I am a truth teller. I'm going to tell the truth. There ain't no point in me getting up here lying to y'all. Y'all got enough people lying to y'all out in y'all communities and whatnot. Ain't no point in me getting up in here lying to y'all, because if I lie to y'all and y'all see me in the street, then it'd be like, your ass is next. I don't need all that. I don't need all that. And I definitely don't want y'all saying, did you say nigga? Don't need all that. What'd you say, Brother Donald? What's going on? Oh, you don't know what's going on, Brother Donald? You ain't heard about what's going on, Brother Donald. Oh, my goodness. You know, here's the thing. Brother Polo, I guess, got into a situation, and we're going to talk about it, but I've got some house clean. You always know I like to clean house first. I like to build everything up the right way. Brother Polo tried to do some business, I guess, over in Ann Arbor, and it didn't work out for him. And you know, it's done made the news and everything now, and now it's got a whole bunch of people upset. Oh, okay. What's going on? Okay, you saying what's going on? Okay, I get it. Sorry about that, brother. You know, I stepped out of myself. You was like, what's going on? What's going on, brother? What's happening? What's popping with you? You know, yeah, I got it. You know, I am looking at where this situation started. I have no idea, but how it's ended, it's easy to see why it didn't happen. And I understand Brother Polo being upset. I definitely understand, but I don't really quite understand why he's so upset. I can understand, hey, whenever you got something scheduled and it gets canceled, I totally understand. You know what? Now I got to find another venue. Now I got to find another spot. Now I got to do this, got to do that. But why he's so upset about this particular situation is crazy to me, but I'm going to break it down the villager way today. Dr. Cynthia. I need to stop calling you Sister Cynthia. You a doctor. I need to call you by your name. I need to give you your reverence. Dr. Cynthia in the house. This is somebody who totally understands where the villager comes from and what he's about, what the message is about. She's been rocking with me. The Villager on Deck, Friedman Media, whatever you want to call it. She knows I'm a truth teller. And Dr. Cynthia is a truth teller. She might come off, you know, with a whole lot of decorum, you know, when she's up online with me, you know, kicking the real ballistics about, you know, health and wellness. But boy, you get her on the back channel, boy, she'll gather a motherfucker. I'll tell you right there, she will gather a motherfucker. She is about her business and she'll let you know. But like I said, I got a couple housekeeping things that I want to get into. And for anybody that's here, let me just be fair to y'all. If y'all, I want to see my numbers drop. Actually, I want to see the numbers actually drop. If y'all are here for the Polo Frost thing, the Polo Frost thing is probably not going to happen. Right now, we had about 15 minutes. The Polo Frost thing is probably not going to happen for about another 25 to 30 minutes. So if you want to sit back and enjoy the content, I invite you to. If you want to come back around the 45-minute mark, now you might miss some because I might get done with what I got to say a little earlier because I'm gonna talk about Sean Combs, but I got some local things that I want to talk about. I got some personal things that I want to talk about. So if anybody is here specifically, y'all know I speak correctly, specifically. Now, and for the people who don't speak correctly, pacifically, okay, pacifically, if y'all speak pacifically, come back around 45. Okay, come back around because we're gonna do Polo Frost versus the pig. Okay, Polo versus the pig, yes. But before we get to Polo versus the pig, we're gonna go from Sean Don to Sean Gone because Sean Diddy Combs is done. Puff Daddy's done. Okay, he's done. And you know, the way I look at this situation, he should have been done. He should have absolutely been done. But people turn a blind eye to all the abuse and all the craziness that these guys do out here once they get elevated. I mean, this cat has rang the stock exchange bell. He's gotten the key to New York City. He's done all this stuff since all these allegations came out. And that's the craziest thing to me is that nobody really understood. You don't put out the type of stories that have come out about him unless they're truthful. I know there's some people out here trying to get some bags, but the things that have been spoken by the people in the entertainment industry and beyond, look, there ain't no way that any of this shit was false. Nothing. I'm not talking about the lawsuits themselves. I'm talking about the allegations, the things that they said, the details that they had on Sean Combs. You had to know this motherfucker was on some bullshit. And I've already told you. See, a lot of y'all tried to come at me and, you know, because you were Diddy empathizers. You were absolutely Diddy empathizers. But from the get-go, I said as a father of all girls, look, I empathize. And I've always asked, where's Cassie's daddy? How come Cassie's daddy didn't run up on Sean Combs and get with him? Where is he at? Where is her daddy? Where's her brothers? Where's her uncles? Where's anybody that should have got with Sean Combs? I'm not trying to incite violence on nobody, but the things that he was doing to her, why didn't anybody from Cassie's camp come for her? Why? And I don't get it. I don't get it. But let's not belabor the time because I did promise the people who are here for the Polo Frost thing, because I know that's where most of these people coming from today. They're here for the Polo Frost thing. So I'm not going to belabor the time. I want to get right to a couple things that are happening here locally. Locally right now, we are under siege. Okay, we are under siege. Coming off the most violent year that we had since 2013 in this county. Okay, the most violent year. Okay, I'm not just speaking about the murders. I'm speaking about the assaults, the robberies, and everything that goes on with violent crimes. Coming off the most violent year in 2023 since 2013. We are embarking on another hot summer in Washtenaw County. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at this shit right here. A woman buried in her backyard. She buried in her backyard, and they already have her grandson. They already have her grandson in custody. 73-year-old woman found in shallow grave. Grandson arrested. Now, it sounds like a murder. Right off, it sounds like a murder. I don't know exactly how this person was deleted. I have no way of knowing that right now. But if they've already arrested her grandson, he's 29 years old. 29 9 years old. His grandmother was 44 years older than him, and he did not see that elder, that one who was responsible for him being here. And if he was at her house, he probably was living with her. He was probably living with her. I don't know this to be fact, to be true, but I'm going to just say he was probably living with her. Or if he wasn't living with her, he was living off of her. Why did she have to go? And I hope they get all the answers that they need from this motherfucker, because if they arrested him right on site, if he was not a person of interest, if he was not somebody they were looking at, if he was not somebody that they were thinking was a possible suspect, he'd be free. No, they arrested him. They must have had dead to rights evidence against him. 29 years old. You killed your grandmother and buried her in a shallow grave behind the house? Come on, man. This is where a lot of these young motherfuckers are today. This is why I say a lot of people don't understand where parenting has gone and grandparenting has gone, and the things, you know, I'm not gonna sit around here and blame rap music for this kind of shit. This ain't got nothing to do with rap lyrics. We're going to get to rap lyrics in just a minute, but this ain't got nothing to do with rap music. This right here, this misguided behavior comes from the village. Why would he have even brought himself to the point where he could have thought that that was possibly, remotely a good idea to attack and murder his grandmother? Because I believe he did it. I absolutely believe he did it, but I'll come back up on this motherfucker and say, you know what? Oh, man, he didn't do it? Okay, but why'd they arrest him so quick? That's his grandmother. If anything, he should have been in mourning, not in cuffs. Not in cuffs. He should have been in mourning, but he wasn't in mourning. He was in cuffs. Now he's in an orange jumpsuit. Now he's about to be a supreme felon. Not surprised, these events have always occurred. 24/7 media makes these stories available to a wider audience. Yeah. I see more and more of what's happening. I see more and more of this happening, and I blame the villages, because the villages are not doing what they used to do. See, I understand you can't talk to everybody's kid, and even the grandparents and the parents can't even talk to their kids no more because of what the village has to offer. And the village doesn't always have things to offer these kids, and the homes don't have the things to offer these kids. So they go out and they get all the information from the people in the village. They get all that dumbass information to even, I mean, what made him think that he was going to get away with burying a body in the backyard of the house? You didn't put the body in a car and take it somewhere. He went out and dug a grave. He took the time to dig a grave, a shallow grave. He dug a shallow grave, put her body in it, and then what did he do? Just pat the dirt over. He just patted the dirt over and was like, okay, I'm safe now. Really? Really? I'm not really understanding that. Said this boy probably has deviant patterns of behaviors for years. Yes, but who was checking on those deviant patterns? He's 29 years old. He's only 11 years out of school age. Well, I guess they let you go to about 19 now. He's only 10 years out of school age. Was anybody checking on him when he was in school? Is anybody checking on him in his early 20s? Somebody gonna check on him now. Derek Jackson gonna check on him. Derek Jackson's a social worker. He's the community engagement officer. He's the one that's trying to become sheriff. Is he sitting outside of his cell saying, hey man, what happened there? What went on there? Is he trying to find out as a social worker, as a community engagement officer, or even as a police officer? What's he trying to do? I know Derek is cloaked for many of felons out here. He's cloaked for many of felons. So is he setting up a story to where he can say, hey, this 29-year-old, he's really not that bad. I mean, I know y'all found his grandmother's body in a shallow grave in her backyard, but he's really not that bad. He can be rehabilitated. Let me be his mentor. Let me get him an orange jacket. Let me get him an orange jacket, and we'll put him in play. This one right here, we can't throw away. We can't send off to prison. I mean, come on, guys. You can tell he really didn't mean it. He didn't even dig the grave that deep. It's a shallow grave. See, if he had really meant it, he'd have dug a real deep grave. He only dug a shallow grave. See, that's what the law enforcement is talking about around here. Hugs over handcuffs. That's what they're talking about over here. And I'm staying a little bit longer on this situation than I'm going to stay on the other situation because this type of shit, this is really close to me. Not even just in proximity. Yes, it is very close. It's only 3 miles down the road. But it's very close to my heart because I loved my grandmothers. I loved all my grandmothers, my great-grandmothers. I loved them all. There's no way that I could have ever thought of bringing myself to deleting them, let alone burying them in their backyard. I mean, what the hell? What the hell is going on with people? Folks know when they're children. Some are too vain to admit their inability to control their kids. Absolutely. It's not even something I could fathom. It's not even something I could fathom, Brother Donald. Come on now. My grandmother, the very reason that I'm here? Because if you have no grandmother, you're not alive. Your grandmother doesn't have your mother. Your grandmother doesn't have your father. You're not here. Why would you even think that that would be a possibility? To be okay. Who did he consult with before he did this shit? If he talked to anybody before this, they should check his phone. Who did he talk to? Did he have any text messages with anybody that say, hey, man, I'm thinking about doing this. I'm thinking about doing that. And they didn't call police? Accessories. They're absolute accessories. Yes. I fully believe they're culpable too. If you knew that this was possibly on his mind, don't know, Sister Cynthia. I do not know. I do not know if he was living with her. I haven't heard anything more than what I know. I just saw this as a post because we've had so many of these shootings recently. A lot of people thought this was connected to another shooting in another neighborhood, but it wasn't. So I imagine she died by a gunshot wound. I'm thinking she did, possibly. I'm thinking she did. Brother Gaines, good afternoon, Brother Gaines. Welcome to the service. I do not know how she died. Have you got any news on this, Brother Gaines? I know you have your ear to the ground, Brother Gaines. I know you have your ear to the ground. Actually, your ears to the sky. We're going to let the people who have their ears to the ground, we're going to let them stay on the ground because we're not on the ground. We're in the air. We're in the sky. We're in the sky. We flying. As a people, we flying. We have to stay that way. Some people want to be on the ground. Not me. Ain't been on the ground in so many years. So yes. Oh man, okay. Well, I'm not breaking news, but I'm glad I'm able to bring this to light to you. I'm going to do more searching because I was getting text about, hey, what's going over on Mansfield? They had it all blocked off. It was all taped off. I was like, I don't know. I'm out of town. I was literally like in Wayne County, I think at that time. Might have been in Monroe County, even trying to come back towards Washington. I didn't even know what was going on. And they said it had it all roped up. Everybody was out there. They had all the trucks and everything. They're like, they looking for some evidence. Yeah, they was looking for some evidence, and they had to bring out the excavators because they had to dig this woman out of a grave. So once again, shout out to everybody that's here for the Polo Frost thing. I know everybody didn't come to see me. Everybody didn't come to see me talk about Diddy. Y'all came for the Polo Frost thing. I know, because the room done swole up too much. It's done swole up too early, too much for y'all to be here for me. Y'all don't ever come this early for me. I mean, my videos, they'll get the views eventually. They'll get the views eventually. So that means the message will get out eventually. But today, this message might spread a little faster than normal. But yeah, we're gonna get to this. We're going to get to Polo versus the pig. But right now, we're going to keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Okay? Because when we go from just the incredulous, let's go to ingenuity. And even though it's a bad thing, sometimes people can make bad things into good things. There was a woman found living inside of a store sign. I mean, we're talking about the ingenuity of it all. She was literally living inside of a store sign, found electricity connected to the building, and they found her up there with a sleeping pallet, a computer, and a coffee maker. She was up there living, y'all, on top of a grocery store inside of a sign. Now, obviously, this woman is a homeless woman, but she made a home out of a grocery store sign. And I'm definitely not making fun of what she did, but this is where people are today. This is where she was protected from the limits, because of those signs can stand up to weather. They can stand up to everything. I don't know what she had on the backdrop to be able to keep, any rain or whatever, any type of precipitation from coming through the back of that sign, but she was in there with a computer, with a coffee maker, and a pallet to sleep on. Indeed it is, brother. Indeed it is. Thank you, Dr. Cynthia. Thank you. I know I have some sarcasm. I have some things that come out with my content, and they're not always the most serious, but it's within the content. And I'm only here to teach. I'm only here to teach. We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. But in some of these situations, it's not so much fun. I have to actually put the information through. I have to put the information through my personality. And when I do that, it's going to come out in my mind. In my mind. So I appreciate everybody that is here. This room don't swole up. It says right now, I got 50 viewers. Literally, I got 50 viewers on the live. 50 viewers. I'm going to let y'all know I'm a little vain with my shit. I don't talk about it a lot. But the highest number I've ever seen, I dropped to 49. The highest number I've ever seen on my live is 72. That's the highest number I've ever seen on my live. I doubt if I get there today. I'm not trying to break any records, but I know people are interested in this Polo Frost thing. And I got about 12 more minutes to get through the rest of my slides before we get to talking about Polo Frost. And I ain't even really talked about Diddy, but we're gonna get it all in, okay? Maybe I'll be a little bit late, because see, Polo Frost really is the reason why I'm doing this stream. I wasn't just gonna get up here and talk about Sean Combs today. Everybody talking about Sean Combs. You log on to YouTube right now, you can just put in Diddy, you can find 300 live streams about Sean Combs. Ain't none of them gonna be nearly as interesting as me, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm not worried about, I'm not trying to keep up with the Diddy news, because the news for me had already passed. This Diddy is not the news cycle for me anymore. It was the news cycle when the allegations first started coming out. If y'all ain't been listening to Jaguar Wright for the last 2-3 years, you late any goddamn way. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you ain't been listening to Jaguar Wright and everybody connected to Diddy's camp over the last 2-3 years, you late anyway. All these people that are coming in that are listening and learning about what happened with Diddy now, y'all late. Y'all late. So I'm not concerned about Diddy. This stream would not have gotten made had it not been for Polo Frost. So Polo Frost today is the headliner. So what we gonna do, like he performs, the headliner always comes on last. That's why we gonna make him wait until the end of the show, because he's the headliner. Polo is the star of this stream. So let's go to the next slide. The next slide, oh boy. So these situations come up for me a little bit different than they're going to come up for a lot of people. So let me just make this clear. I'm reading the caption. I'm reading the caption for context, not addressing these two women this way. Femme, so that means female, ask her stud girl. That means that's her lesbian girlfriend. For those who don't know, okay? It's me reading the caption. Femme asks her stud girlfriend to buy her son cake. This was her response. What y'all think? Now, that was not my caption. This is not my post. That was not my caption. There's all kind of bad grammar in here, all type of condescending language. I get it, but this was not my caption. I took the post, but I wanted to make it, you know, so everybody understood that I didn't copy and paste nothing. You can look at the text screen to the left. The text screen says wifey. It says wifey. So literally, they're either legally married or they're wifed up. Okay. So it says, since I did Grace cake for her birthday, can you buy AJ a cake? That's the girl in the front. I've already figured it out just based on the conversation and based on the names that they've called them. Since I did Grace cake for her birthday, can you buy AJ a cake? No disrespect, but I don't think that's my job. That's what the girl in the blue said. And the blue in the back. Okay, let's keep the blue comments with the blue in the back and the black comments with the girl with the white on in the front. Respectfully, what do you think your job here is? Because I'm confused as to why you think it isn't. The fuck? TF, the fuck. That's for people who are not up on the acronyms. I'm just getting it just several months ago. I didn't know what TF meant. I really didn't. I didn't know what TF meant. I didn't know what AF meant. I didn't know what ASF meant. I didn't know what y'all got too many acronyms. See, I spell words. See, I went to school and shit to learn how to spell the words all the way out. But now we in 2024 and don't nobody spell no words all the way out. Okay? They just do all these acronyms. You got to figure out. They need to make an acronym dictionary because I don't understand half the words that are posted in some of these things sometimes. And I'll be like, what's that mean? 8T4, 4, 5, 6, 7, D2. I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. Honestly, I'm just the step parent. I've been doing for them the whole time we've been together. So what should change? But anyway, let me stay on course. I need a break. What? Ask his dad to buy it, bae. What? I'm here for you if you need anything, but I didn't have them. So, when I see questions like this, or posts like this, like I said, it's very, very sensitive to me. Okay? Y'all know my family dynamic. Y'all know I don't take no shade, nobody talking about people that are in same-sex relationships. I have too many people that are close to me that are, and I love them for who they are. I will never, ever throw shade on them or not give my love to them for who they are. And I won't let anybody do it in my face, on my watch, in any way. People love who they love. And I've always said the same thing. If a motherfucker is good to you, I don't give a fuck what it is. As long as it ain't no child. Okay? I don't care what it is. If a motherfucker want to be in love with a dinosaur, be in love with a dinosaur. Just make sure they over 21. Okay? If you want a dinosaur bae, go get you a dinosaur bae. If you want a Tyrannosaurus Rex bae, get you a Tyrannosaurus Rex bae. That's the way I see it. But that's what he is, Brother Karan. He's a headliner, you know. And from what I hear, he's a very popular rapper. I can be honest with you. I've never heard one Polo Frost song. I've never listened to one Polo Frost song, but that doesn't mean anything because I've never listened to a lot of these like international artists. I don't listen to a lot of that shit. Okay. And I've never heard one Polo Frost song. Okay. Now, I've actually looked at who he was trying to bring to Ann Arbor. I've looked at Sada Baby's lyrics, but I looked at Sada Baby's lyrics like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is an influence to our culture. I get it. And that's who he was trying to bring to Ann Arbor. But let's not jump the shark. Yeah, he the headliner. I don't know why you laughing, man. I'm trying to be serious up here. Let's get back to Bay and Wifey. Why would the lady in the blue, and I'm going to call her a lady, she might not like that I call her a lady, because generally women that are dressed like this, they don't like it when I call them ladies. I'm going to tell you that. That's what I be telling y'all. I be opening the door for women that dress like this, and they don't like it. They be trying to open the door for me. Nah, sis, you're not going to open the door for me. I'm going to open the door for you. Okay? That's what I do. Call me patriarchal. Okay? Call me sexist, call me misogynistic, call me whatever you want to call me. But your ass going inside first. Pause. You are not going to open the door for me. Okay? When your mama had you, they said, that's my baby girl. Okay? And by that standard right there meant that every man out here should be opening the door for you. As a gentleman, I'm going to open the door for you. Whether I like you or not, you are a woman. What I don't like, thank you, Dr. Cynthia. See, I know we be on the same moral code with a lot of that, Dr. Cynthia. We be on the same moral code. Frida, don't be coming in here kikiing. Get me off focus, because you already know where we can go with it. I'm understanding the young lady in the front, in the white and the blue jean shorts. Don't particularly like those blue jean shorts. Think they're cutting into her gills a little bit too much, but people gonna wear what they gonna wear. I'd like them to be maybe just a size bit bigger. If she's wearing a 16, I think she really needs an 18. You know, they probably still gonna be tight, but they don't need to be cutting into her blood circulation. But anyway, let me stay focused. Why would the one in the blue not think that it was her responsibility? Here she's up here calling her wifey. Wifey. She obviously has assumed the role. I wouldn't have thought she would have assumed the role until I read, honestly, I'm just the step parent. The fuck that mean? I'm just the step parent. You mean I'm just the step back parent? Because that's what you are when you say that you're going to do for one, but you're not going to do for the other. When you say that you're going to do sometime, but you're not going to do all the time. You're not a step parent. You're the step back parent. Are we playing basketball or are we playing parenting? Because I know the step back jump shot is a big thing now in basketball. The step back, he did that step back. Yeah, the step back. No, as a parent, you can't step back. But as a step parent, I guess you get that choice. See, I've been in a step parent role, even though I haven't been married to all the women that I've ever helped, parent with. I've been in that step parent role, and I've never saw myself as a situation where I was like, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit over here today, but I ain't going to do nothing over there, man. Go get his daddy. Go get her daddy. Her daddy doing that. Let her daddy do that. No, if I'm in play, I'm the only player. See, that's what you got to understand. If I'm in play, I don't need nobody else in play. If a motherfucker really wants to do his job, absolutely, he needs to come bring them twos and fews. Absolutely. But if I'm in play, we going to make do without him. I'm never going to say, hey, man, why don't you call their daddy? I'm doing too much over here. I've been doing for them the whole time we've been together, as you should be. As you should be. If you together, you do for them the whole time. I need a break right then. See, this is the thing. I wasn't going to come up this early, okay? I wasn't going to come up this early, but I'm going to come up right now. I'm going to come up right now because that got me hot. When she said, I need a break. Bitch, what? And I'm going to get derogative with my language for a quick minute here, and then I'll get back on course. What you mean you need a break? Oh, You need a break from me making this food for you that I be making. You need a break from me braiding your hair, because she probably braids her hair. You need a break from me washing your clothes. You need a break from this cookie, because she getting all the cookies she can handle. She wifey. She wifey. She getting all the cookies. She getting in-house cookie. What you mean you need a break as a step parent? What step parent gets a break? This is why it's so fucked up out here. This is why the manosphere, this is why they don't like the whole situation with step parents. They think that men that help raise other men's kids are weak. No, we're not weak. I'm sticking up for men that stepped into the role of a parent. I know we're looked at as step parents, but see, I've never looked at myself as a step parent. Politically correct, when I speak, I say step parent. But when I address, hey, are you so-and-so's father? Yep, I am. I'm not going to say that's my step kid. I've never said, yeah, that's my stepdaughter. That's my stepson. Ever. Will never. And I know we just hit 46 minutes and we ain't on the Polo Frost yet. So for the people that are still here for Polo, we coming. But we got some shit we got to talk about that's really, 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 really serious. And I'm not on no time limit right now. Okay, I'm not on no time limit. But we're in a situation right now where we're talking about two women that are in a relationship, and one is supposed to be a step parent, but she says she need a break. What you need a break from, sis? What you need a break from? Because if you need a break, pack your sports bras up, pack your boxers up, pack your size 6 Air Jordans up, and pack all them little miniature boy clothes up and get the fuck up out of here. That's where you get your break from. You hear me? And stop going to the men's department and getting all them cargo shorts 3 sizes too big. Because, see, I got to go get me some cargo shorts, and I hate to see when I get in there and the 3X cargo shorts is gone. Because somebody that's a 1X done got the 3Xs up out the paint. Stay out of DXL, goddammit. We like our cargo shorts. You want some cargo shorts? Go on over to Lane Bryant. Shit, they got cargo shorts for big women. What'd you say, sis? Black women in same-sex relationship with children have the highest poverty rate. Absolutely. I know you know the stats. What I've also noticed is that Black women in same-sex relationship also incur violence at a high rate. We've had 2 murders, I believe, in the county from lesbian relationships. I'm talking about, violent. They had a violent history and ended up dead. 2. And I'm not trying to steer anybody from same-sex relationship, but let's call a bean a bean. I can't stand this phrase. I can't stand it. And I ain't never going to let my kids use it around me. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because needing a man and wanting to be in a relationship with a man is different. You need a man. And you know what? Men need women. Men need women. I know there's some men out here in same-sex relationships. They don't think they need women. They problematic too. They problematic too. But I don't never let no woman sit around me talking about she don't need no man, because I know you need a man. You absolutely need a man. Just like men that are in same-sex relationships need women. Now, I know we getting off the Diddy course and the Polo Frost course, but this is some serious shit, y'all. This is some serious. Wearing my Lank shirt. Let a nigga know. I know they said it was let a naysayer know because it got mainstreamed and shit, but this shit really meant let a nigga know. He just got caught, and they were like, "What's that mean?" He was like, "Let a naysayer know." This shit meant let a nigga know. And it ain't got no color variety to it. It's let a nigga know. White niggas, Chinese niggas, Latino niggas, Arabic niggas, let them all know. Speak it, queen. Speak it. I love my dominant male. I love that. And y'all better understand, Dr. Cynthia, she ain't weak. So when she says she loves a dominant male, she loves a man who takes control. She loves a man who's aggressive in his thinking, in his thoughts, in his actions. Not talking about going upside her head in some type of progressive way. And I need my man. Look at her. She put the exclamation point on it. Pow, pow. I know it just ain't in my mind.
In my mind.
I know it is ain't in my mind. So I came up because I had to make sure I made eye contact with y'all on that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't need no man. I salute you. You with a woman, you happy ladies? That's beautiful. Fellas, y'all got a dude that y'all gonna kick it with? That's y'all thing. But don't ever say you don't need the opposite sex, because you don't need the opposite sex to feel good in bed or to have a relationship with, because you do. We can't survive in this bitch without the other sex. It is what it is. A dominant male is in control, not controlling. I like that. That is an American Freedman proverb right there. A dominant male is in control, not controlling. I'm going to make that into an American Freedman proverb. I don't know if you've seen my American Freedman proverbs. I just started that yesterday, Dr. Cynthia. We on a different pace. We on a different pace. So where I have a real problem with this is the fact that she said she needed a break. She needed a break. Yo, what you need a break from? I don't get that you need a break. How do you need a break? What do you get a break from parenting from? The only time you get a break from parenting if the kids aren't around briefly because they went somewhere, but they'll be back and you still a parent. You just might not be on duty right that very minute, but your phone is still right next to you because your kid may call, or the people that your kids with may call. So you still on duty. You still on call. Ask his dad to buy it, babe. Right there. Let me come on up a little bit more. I get to the half screen here. Right there. See, this is where the problem in these type of relationships happen. She just told her to invite the man that she no longer desires. She might have had the child with, and she may have been in that situation where she was a heterosexual at that time, but she's no longer a heterosexual. She just told her to go backwards and ask that baby's daddy to do for her, maybe as he once did for her at one time. Now, I'm sorry, but if you telling her to go get her baby daddy to do it, you're basically putting yourself in the guillotine. Because if he had it once, he might be able to get it again, especially if he about to come through with some ends. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. I've seen daddy show up with the bags and end up getting a cookie just because they get that old thing back. Just because. Didn't really come for it. Wasn't even desiring it. But you spring a leak and she already on the outs with wifey. You just put yourself in the lurch. Why would you tell her to go get her baby daddy to do for her and you in play? You hustling backwards. You hustling backwards. And you putting yourself in a guillotine by telling her to go get her baby daddy. Dummy. That's what you're doing. Why would you do that? I'm here for you if you need anything, but I didn't have them. You're absolutely right. You didn't have them. but she had them, they had them, and when you got with her, she had them because you didn't produce them. And so if you in the house, if you getting all the resources, you supposed to be doing for them. So you only gonna do for them when you feel like it, until you feel like you need a break. Okay, this is where the violence comes in, because Bay goes out and gets baby daddy to do something, and then Bay gets with baby daddy, and then Blue over here gets mad, and when Blue gets mad, she want to try to take it out on Bay, and then here come baby daddy. He like, no, you're not gonna do that to my baby mama, and then they get into a fight, and it all, you know, it never gets good from there. This relationship to me should be over. This relationship to me should be over. And I guarantee you they probably didn't break up. Guarantee it. They didn't break up. But it should be over. As soon as you say that you're going to do for some of the kids, but not do for all of the kids, your ass need to go. I've yet to read lesbians to say they need a high value woman. Oh boy. Now you starting some real stuff up in here, Dr. Cynthia. Now you starting some real stuff up in here. Woo! A high value woman. And here's the thing. I've never heard a man say, I need a high value woman. I've only heard women say they need a high value man. And when they say it, they're determining that by the man's income. They feel that his income is going to determine their outcome. And that's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. A man's income is not going to determine your outcome, ladies. Y'all got to stop thinking on that line. You think you standing on business, you standing on stupid. So we done hit 57 minutes. And I'm going to get away from the two slides that I was actually going to go to. And we're going to skip on over here to Sean Gone. Yeah. It's over. It's over. I will not be playing the video. Absolutely not. Everybody, their mama, their daddy, their grandmama, their grandpappy done played the video. I don't need to play the video. I've watched it several times. I've watched it for contextual purposes, but I'm not going to play it on my stream. I don't need to. Because when I look at that video, I see one of my daughters. Let me just be honest. I see the potential of that to have happened to one of my kids. And I can't go there. I can't watch that video and deliver my content and still call it real, because that's not real. I don't need to see that. See, I don't need clicks and views. My platform is not monetized. Y'all know it's dollar signs, pebbles to pillars, but don't nobody hit it up. Well, I won't say nobody, because I have gotten donations over the last couple months. And I appreciate those donations. People that really won't even, they don't even want to be acknowledged. It's like, I see what you're doing out here, you know. I call it the coffee fund. Yeah, free. I can't do it. I can't do it to the people who actually do take the time to listen and to watch these streams. I don't need to do that. I mean, look, the video is all over the intrawebs. Go ahead and watch it at your leisure. You just won't see it with the villager on deck. On the real sum, John Henry. Good fucking riddance, bro. Good riddance. The problem is the statute of limitations has expired on the assault stipulations. So he can't be convicted for the assault that you see in the video. But it's opening up cans of worms for other situations. So that's where I need everybody to understand. This isn't over because they can't prosecute him for that. There's something way more deeper that they were looking for in those homes that they raided simultaneously. Way deeper. And I think they've got it. The fact that this video has now made it to the mainstream, I think they got it. And Diddy?
Your ass is next.
Yeah. I'd have to say so. I'd have to say so. The video is triggering 2 survivors of intimate partner violence. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Domestic violence is real. It's real. And to put a woman in that space, because I know that a predominant amount of the domestic violence cases are men assaulting women. Now, I do know some women that have assaulted men, but let's just keep it a bean. It's mostly men assaulting women. A lot of these cases go unreported, and that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem when the victim is so scared that they won't even report the crime. That's an issue. It's a major issue. Once again, for the people who came here solely for the Polo Frost thing, if y'all been, man, look, I done hovered around 50 live viewers the whole stream. So I might have a few people in here actually watching for the content. Maybe they not just here for Polo. Maybe they not just here. Maybe they are here for the truth telling of the villager on deck. Because that's all I'm doing today is telling the truth. That's all I'm doing any day. If I wasn't telling the truth, I wouldn't even have a platform. They wouldn't even give me a social media account if I had lied out here. You know how many people have reported my post? I am the most reported unknown motherfucker in captivity. The most unknown reported motherfucker. The police and courts keep failing domestic violence survivors. Indeed, they do, Sister Christina. Indeed, they do. And we must stop that. We must stop that. Because the way I look at domestic violence survivors, they've not only been victimized by the predator, but when the court system allows the predator to make a plea deal to shorten their prison sentences, or sometimes not even go to jail at all, just give them an ankle monitor so that they can still dwell in the same community that they've been dwelling in, that they've still been wreaking havoc in. That's double victimization. Double. You allow that person to be abused, and then you double down by not even punishing the abuser. The police and the courts have become culpable. Absolutely culpable. And what happens when you don't punish adequately these abusers, and they come out and they not only abuse the same person twice, but maybe they go find another person to abuse. Oh, now they're going to be a 2-time offender. What's that mean? Nothing. Nothing. I've seen motherfuckers so strategic, so calculated, they literally wait until they off parole so they don't have to go back automatically if they do commit another crime. I've seen it happen out here. You want a motherfucker who's calculated? Find a criminal. Find a criminal. If you want to see somebody who is calculated. What am I being sent here? I'm being sent a picture of my grandkids look like they're at somebody's church. Interesting. That's very interesting. Hopefully they had fun. Hopefully they gave them some candy and shit. They have no idea why they're there. But anyways, interesting. Probably shouldn't have looked at that while I'm on live. But that next Q&A with the grandbaby is really going to be a thorough one, I tell you. What did you learn? Sean Combs hasn't just abused Cassie. He's done so much more to other women, may never ever come to the surface. And I get that. Knowing he can't be punished legally, criminally. With the Cassie situation, I hope that there is somebody within the statute of limitations that they can get him on. He needs to go to prison. If this sex trafficking thing comes out, he needs to go to prison. He absolutely needs to go to prison. He's an abuser. He is a domestic violence abuser. And I believe anybody that commits a crime where they violate the absolute physical space of another individual, they need to go to prison. They don't need probation. They don't need counseling. They get some counseling. It needs to be inside the prison walls. They don't need to be able to just roll up to the social worker at the county jail. I just don't understand how this has went on this long and how this many people have seen it and nobody ever said anything. It wasn't like they couldn't believe her. They were there. Because now you're hearing all these stories of people are being on the other side of the wall and, oh man, they heard the screams and they seen the black eyes and they seen the bloody noses and, you know, I had to tend to her. Why didn't you say something? See, that's my big problem. Why didn't you say something? And let's take it away from Diddy for a minute. If you know somebody right on your soil that's being violated, why don't you say something? Maybe they're too scared to report it, but you shouldn't be. Because if a woman shows up to me and she got a black eye, she got a bloody nose, we going to the jail. I don't give a fuck. I heard a motherfucker say he literally saw a woman battered and beat. He was sitting there talking to a guy who wants to be sheriff. Battered and beat. They didn't take her to the sheriff's department. They didn't take the motherfucker who did this shit to the sheriff's department. And they had interactions with both of them right here in this county. Right here in this county. Saw the abused woman, saw the abuser, and nobody ever went to get help. Because the way you take her to get help is you take her over to St. Joe. The way you take him to get help is you take him over to Hogback and let everybody get treated appropriately. They actually seen it, and therefore they are just as guilty as Diddy's whack ass. Absolutely. And that's why I said when you see something where he was, and I get it, he was paying the ticket for a whole bunch of people, and everybody didn't want their meal ticket to stop. But that's some shallow shit too. You gonna let a woman get beaten, battered, or let women get beaten, battered, and abused all over the place just so you can keep eating? You a whole ass motherfucker too. Let me just be honest with you. You a whole ass motherfucker too. Okay? You hoe. You a hoe. But You a different kind of hoe. Because see, what if that was your little sister? What if that was your daughter? What if that was your mama? You'd let that happen so you could keep eating? Was there such a lack of care because they were just eating? That's nuts to me. Brother Trey, over the road, what's good with you? These things are going to continue to happen because abusers will continue to germinate on our soil. But until we put a real stop to it, that's why I believe in eye for an eye. I believe the victim should be able to have 10 minutes, maybe 15. You put them hands in some shackles, put them legs in some shackles, and you let the victim get into a room and you let them do what they need to do to their abuser. Actually, take the time limit off. Let them go until they can't go no more. Put them in a state of power, because that's what this is. It's a power dynamic when you have a domestic violence situation. That abuser knows that the victim, they hold dominion over them. That's why they continue to do what they continue to do. We'll see, Brother Trey. We'll see. Will they give those Diddy donations back? I need to know. Are they going to give those Diddy donations back? They want to make news about LeBron James unfollowing Diddy on Instagram. Who gives a fuck? I want to know about everybody that Diddy gave money to. Are y'all going to get them donations back? Is the city of New York going to come back for their key? They want their key back, Diddy. Get that key back to the city of New York, Diddy. The stock exchange, y'all can't unring that bell now, can you? And y'all knew the allegations were out there. And y'all let him come ring that bell. Can't unring that bell now, can you, stock exchange? NASDAQs. So I guess we've gotten to the time. Like I said, I'm going to skip them last two slides that I had. Yeah, return it. Return it. Return the monies. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Take that back. Y'all just as silly as I am. So let's move on to the next situation here. The next situation at hand has to deal with something that's happened over here in Ann Arbor. Most recently, dealing with the artist Polo Frost. He is a recording artist, and his name is Polo Frost. I don't know Polo Frost's real name. I didn't do enough homework, and frankly, I don't need it. I actually need him to stand on Polo Frost right now. His government name really don't matter to me right now. But Polo Frost is in a situation right now that he's got some people. I wouldn't say a lot of people, but he's got some people in an outrage. I've read some of his posts that he's talked about this scenario here with Blind Pig. Blind Pig is at this point, it is a legendary small concert venue downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan. And what's happened is, for some reason, people who make it in the industry and they've played the big arenas and they've played all, all the time, they like to perform in places like this, intimate spaces. KRS-One has performed at the Pig. I believe Rakim has performed at the Pig, if I'm not mistaken. There's been other national acts that have performed, countless national acts, but hip hop acts, 400 capacity. So you got to understand, put a pin in the 400, because all the uproar that's being made about this situation with Polo Frost and the Pig, I'm kind of like wondering, like, why? Like, really, why? So I'm going to play a video that I saw as a news video that fully explains, and I'm probably going to stop the video, okay? Because I have to identify some situations that go on in the video. Like I said at the outset, I don't have anything against Polo Frost. Don't even know him to have anything against him. If I was going to have something against him, I'd have to say he made a promise to come to a public vigil for the families of some murder victims last year and some shooting violence victims. He made a promise that he would come, and he didn't come. But I didn't hold it against him because I don't put that much faith in any type of celebrity. And I know he's a local celebrity, and someone got the booking from him and said he would be there. And I said, oh, that's good. And I took it with a grain of salt. And the other grains of salt I put on my cheese grits, because I don't trust no fucking celebrity to do nothing for me in my community, my village. But when you bring shit like this up, oh yeah, we gonna talk. We definitely gonna talk. Before I jump into this video, what you say, Brother Trey? Remember the Democrats had Diddy at events saying vote blue no matter who. No, Brother Trey. It wasn't vote blue no matter who. It was vote blue or die. Remember that. It was vote or die. I mean, we were in the struggle for our lives. It was either vote or die. That's when Diddy had a big shirt on. It said vote or die. Yeah. Yeah. Why would you put that together? Vote or die. Now, if Diddy was talking to some of the people that he was in a relationship with, I could see it, because he probably talks like that. But the way I looked at it, I was like, this is a problem here. This is a whole problem here. He said, vote or die. Absolutely none. Absolutely none. And before, just so I know, a lot of y'all are up on some of this stuff, but some of you aren't. Some of you didn't see this situation that I'm going to play. I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play a video that was shown right after Diddy, right after he, what do you call it? What did Diddy do? Right after he, right after Diddy paid the money to Cassie, getting a little screwed up there, getting a little turned around. Right after he paid the money to Cassie. Okay. He made a video, and some people saw this video. Some people didn't, though. So I want to play this video so y'all can see what this clown did. This is what Diddy did. This is what he did. Yeah. Yeah. It's up on the screen now. Let me go ahead and start it real quick. This is right after Diddy paid Cassie the money. Everybody says it's 30 million. Some people say it's 20 million. I've heard of upwards of 50 million. I don't give a fuck if it was $1 billion. I've said that before. Doesn't make me any difference. No amount of money is going to heal that girl. No amount of money. You understand me? But let's look at Diddy and where he was right after he paid Cassie.
Feeling like a little kid, I'm still standing. I'm still standing taller than I've ever been, looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid, I'm still standing. I'm still standing taller than I've ever been, looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid, I'm still standing.
So that situation there just showed me he don't care about shit. You have it right there. Narcissism 101. Narcissism 101. He's got an apology up on TMZ. I don't know what that means right now. Top story. Got an apology. I don't know what that means. Claims he went to rehab for whooping ass. What? I guess that's part 2 of your comment. What'd you say, Michigans? I told a lot of folks when he gave back that publishing, that was some BS right there. Made everybody that took it back sign an NDA. Yep. Yep. See, you look at these things in the same fashion that I do, Michigans. There's always something behind it. You understand? There's always something behind the play. You got to watch the overplay for the underlay. You've got to watch the overplay. And him giving their publishing back after eating off of it for years and years and years and years, that was a commendable thing, did he? But goddamn it, you gonna sign this NDA? Yeah. Once I give you this money back, I don't want to hear shit from you. And I don't mean about calling. That means going to the press, talking about anything that you endured while you were in my custody. Because that's what people were in. They were in Diddy's custody. Yeah. He was the custodial. He was the benefactor. He was the controller. The overplay for the underlay. So, moving back into where we are with Brother Polo and the blind pig, I'm going to play this video. Okay. I'm going to play this video. That's Fox 2 reporter Jessica Dupanak. And Jessica came out to the hood and she had a very, very, very revealing post. And I was like, why is she sitting up like that? I mean, she had the cookies aired out. I don't know if y'all seen it. I'm probably going to show you. just so Jessica don't do that no more, because she gonna catch some of this shade today too. Yep. And that's why it gave it back as well. Publishing is nowhere near what it was when there was real records. There ain't no real records now. All the money flowing through streams. Their publishing flowed through record sales. Where are the record sales? Ain't no record sales because ain't no records. Yeah, I'm old. I still say records. That's what they were in, Doc. They were in his custody. He controlled them. He was their guardian. Yeah, he was their guardian. But on to this Polo Frost thing. And I know I'm about 40 minutes late. So anybody that came in for the Polo Frost thing at the beginning, I'm 40 minutes after I told y'all I'd be in here. So if you're still in here, sit down. And I'll make sure that y'all understand anybody that wants to come up on this stream, I'm going to give you the opportunity to. I'm going to drop the link in the chat again. If you got something that you want to speak on, that you maybe even, I need it to be factual too. Don't come in here reckless, because I don't get people generally on the stream. I don't even give people usually the opportunity to get on the stream. But today, we might have somebody that might be in their feelings. But if you and your feelings, come in here with some truth. But let's start this video so y'all can hear what happened to Mr. Polo Frost and his dealings with the blind pig. And a 1 and a 2.
The Blind Pig, it's an iconic concert spot here in Ann Arbor, but it turns out they might not be blind to race, and they sure didn't want to talk to us about it when we asked.
Ann Arbor is actually a very diverse city, so it just kind of boggles me, like, why are they acting like this?
Rapper
Okay. So we didn't get very long into there. So Ann Arbor is known for its diversity. It's known for its diversity, but it's a very, very, very racist place. I grew up here. I understand it. The racism is hidden. It's hidden in most cases, but there's a lot of diversity here. So you got to understand the dichotomy. Absolutely. You're going to see a ton of ethnicities in Ann Arbor. A ton. But there's just as much redlining in Ann Arbor as it was in the South back in the day. Maybe even to the north, to the east and to the west. Oh, yeah. Ann Arbor has its place and its space for everybody that's not white. Ann Arbor. Well, let's carry on. And I appreciate Brother Polo saying Ann Arbor is a diverse space. I appreciate him saying that. But I had to give some clarification to his words. Okay. Carry on, Brother Polo.
Polo Frost did his first show at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor in 2014. It was the logical choice for him and his business partner to return for their company's first concert booking. And they had Detroit rapper Sada Baby all set for July 5th.
Okay. You're going to get through the whole thing. Y'all going to get through the whole thing. But Sada Baby was going to be the featured artist on this show. And if anybody's ever listened to Sada Baby's lyrics, you know that Sada Baby's lyrics are not for kids. The crazy thing that I saw from Polo Frost on his post was he said it was going to be $5 for everybody under 21. So Sada Baby's performing for kids under 21 with the type of lyrical content that and I know a lot of y'all let your kids listen to Sada Baby. I bet not ever hear my grandkids listening to that shit. Sada Baby's music is not made for children. It's just not. So we're in a space right now to even fool ourselves to think that these rappers are out here rapping to kids. They're not rapping to kids. They're rapping to adults. Kids are just gaining access to the music because, just like Helava just said, there's no physical form anymore. All the music is digital. All of it is accessible. And these kids out here can hear Sada Baby just as easy as I could hear Richard Pryor when I wanted to play one of my mother's records back in the day. It's accessible to them. And they can recite Sada Baby's lyrics, but God damn it, can't read a book. You old free, you out of the loop. I was out of the loop too. And I had never really paid any attention. I'll be honest with you. I never paid any attention to him until just a couple years ago. And then I ended up seeing him perform at one of the little basketball games out in Detroit. He performed at the halftime show. And I'm like, wow, kids really in here know this man's music. And I had listened to very little of one of the songs, but I couldn't understand it. So I just said, well, let me just read the lyrics so I can understand what he's saying. And I'm like, shit, kids are reciting this? You've got children reciting this? And it's just, to me, if your kid is reciting Sada Baby lyrics, God damn it, they better be an honor roll student. They better be an honor roll student. If your kid is reciting this shit, I'm talking all, I want to be in the bunch. I don't want to be in the bunch. They better be on the honor roll. Because to have a child recite this shit and not be on the honor roll means that you not only have an ignorant child, you're going to have a stupid teenager and you're going to have a dumbass adult. Let me just put it out there. Kids shouldn't be listening to Sada Baby. Sada Baby don't make music for kids. He may give to his neighborhoods. He may absolutely give to his neighborhoods. He absolutely may. You know, he could really be representing his neighborhoods. He could be building up his neighborhoods. He could be giving to kids programs. I get it. But his music is not made for children. And I'm no prude here. I listened to some of the most profane music and content when I was a kid. And look how I turned out. But anyway, Sada Baby's not for the kids. No hate on Sada Baby, but he's not for the kids. So where Polo Frost went wrong was even trying to put this show on for anybody under 21. I don't like under 21s being in bars anyway. If you don't want them to have access to alcohol, what the hell you got them in a bar for? It's a 400 capacity joint. It ain't like you can separate people with a rope from getting alcohol.
I could never fall in love with a cancer.
He's a big reason why the music industry is looking at Detroit now.
Yeah.
He got a song with Nicki Minaj. What?
That's a big deal, having a song with Nicki Minaj. As much shade as Nicki Minaj has said to American freedmen, do I need to talk about Martin Luther King? Do I need to talk about Rosa Parks? Do I need to talk about Black America in general? Nicki Minaj has said some of the greasiest shit about Black Americans. I'm not talking about immigrants, tethers. I'm talking about Black Americans, American freedmen. Gives a fuck if he's got a record with Nicki Minaj. But that's a big deal to him. Was Nicki Minaj going to come to the show? Was he just going to sing his verse that he has with Nicki Minaj? I mean, why would that even be necessary to bring up? Who cares that he has a song with Nicki Minaj? With her bicycle pump inflated ass. Don't nobody give a fuck about Nicki Minaj, but Nicki Minaj fans. I mean, he's got a song with Nicki Minaj, and to say he's the reason why Detroit rap is where it's at. Where's Detroit rap at? I mean, because I don't listen to a lot of the new stuff, but as Detroit taking over the rap mecca, I got Michigans in here, and I know you have your pulse. You have your finger on the pulse of music. Is Polo, not Polo, what's the boy's name? Sada Baby? Is Sada Baby a mega star? Michigans, are you still in here? I trust your judgment about music more than I trust most. Is Sada Baby a music mogul? Or is he an artist? Is he just an artist? What's up, cuz? So these kids these days don't know how to read, can't add, subtract, probably can't even tie their shoes with the damn slip in. Yeah, Velcro. That's true. We just went over that. Yeah. But they know Sada Baby lyrics. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I might be underestimating how big Sada Baby actually is. Maybe Sada Baby is bigger than I thought, bigger than I knew. But from what I know, I mean, you know, he's known around the country, I guess. Or is he regional? Has he won any like awards or anything? Like American Music Awards, Grammys or anything? I don't know. I didn't think he was that big. And if he is that big, then why was he being booked for a 400-person venue? I mean, were they looking for an intimate setting for him to come in and speak to under 21-year-olds? I don't know. She's going to catch all the shade. Nicki Minaj will always catch all the shade from me. Absolutely. But let's get back to this video, because we're going to talk about it afterwards too. There's other things I want you to see regarding this scenario afterwards.
Right. Here they are, performing at LCA last month. Needless to say, a big get for Polo's new company. When he was finalizing details this week, he says the folks that run the Blind Pig told him this.
And they text and said, hey, we're having staffing issues.
What I'm going to end up doing is playing the whole video so y'all can hear it in its entirety, because I'm cutting it up for reasons. He keeps saying things that I have to cut in on. He says they text him. Put a pin in that. We got a 400-person venue. He booked Sada Baby, who is a regional, maybe national artist. Maybe with Nicki Minaj's help, brought him to national. Maybe he was already national. Maybe he's international. Like I said, I don't know his music. But he said he got a text and said that they were having staffing issues. Staffing issues.
Did you say nigga?
Why would they be having staffing issues? I mean, the show was booked for the 5th of July, not the 4th, the 5th. It was a Friday. The bar is going to be open. Why would they have staffing issues? I need to know. Why would the bar have staffing issues, Polo? 156. Y'all know what 156 means, and you know. If you don't know, now you know. So, staffing issues is an issue within itself. Staffing issues is an issue within itself. But the biggest issue that I got with this was they didn't call him. They text him. And the only reason I'm laughing at this right now, because I don't want to see anybody in a business deal get done wrong. But I'm laughing at what he's about to say. I don't watch this a couple times, so I'm laughing at what he's about to say. He was like, they said they were having staffing issues and weren't going to be able to have his event. So I'm laughing about what he's about to say.
We can't staff that show, so we have to pull out.
And then in Sada Baby's place on the same day, Polo and his partner say the Blind Pig booked another band that looked very, very different.
Well, damn. Okay, let's unpack just a couple things here, shall we? Let's just unpack a couple things. They said they were having staffing issues, probably because the people that work at the Blind Pig for doing security, no history of Sada Baby's events. A lot of these people in the industries talk to each other, whether it be Ann Arbor, Detroit, whatever, okay? And they were like, oh shit, it gets to pop in at his events. Nah, we ain't gonna fuck around with that. Because even though they may have security and they may have wands, they may have metal detectors walking through, that don't stop a motherfucker from coming outside and getting shot or shot at or attacked or assaulted or whatever. A lot of times the shit don't happen in the venue. It happens right outside the venue. So when they said they were having a hard time staffing the event, their people probably said, who? And they did the old Google search, or they had previous knowledge to who Sada Baby was. And they were like, whoa, nah, I'm going to be sick that day. Just so you know, Joe, I'm going to be sick that day. Joe's one of the owners, one of the main partners of Blind Pig. I won't be here on the 5th. My grandmother's having a surgery on the 5th, Joe. Yeah, they probably start coming up with all kind of excuses. And then they said they booked another band because it's Friday night. It's Friday night. Just got paid. And, well, I'm not going to go there. But anyways, look at the band that they packed, that they booked. And they're probably going to put 400 people in there. And they're going to put drinkers in there, and they're going to put partiers in there, but probably not have nearly the violence potential as they would have had with Sada Baby. That's all this is. Has nothing to do with race. It has to do with your risk factor. A lot of people that know about rap shows across the country over the last 30 years, and I don't know how old Polo Frost is. I really don't. I don't know enough about him. But does he not know that rap shows for the last 30 years, damn near 40 years, have had to have additional writers on venues that they've held concerts at? They've only done it for rap shows. They don't do it for rock and roll shows. They don't do it for country shows. They don't do it for pop music shows. They only do it for rap shows. You got to have an additional insurance binder to bring those artists to certain venues. That's what you'd have to do. They didn't say you had to bring your own security. They said, no, we need you to secure an insurance policy to protect our edifice, our building. Does Polo know about these things that have been in play for 30 plus years? How come nobody's talked to Polo about these things? I mean, to get Fox 2 News out, it was a crazy situation. For Fox 2 News to actually come out, it's funny to me. But they came out because they're playing up the race card. But this is Ann Arbor, remember, Polo? It's a very diverse place. It's a very diverse place. Couldn't be no racism. We're talking about rap music. Come on now, couldn't be no race music. Maybe it's not race. Maybe it's Sada Baby. Maybe it's the influence that Sada Baby brings, the crowd he brings. Maybe it's that. And Sada Baby is from Detroit. And Polo, you're from Ipsy? Isn't Polo Frost from Ipsy, from what I know? I don't believe Polo went to Ann Arbor public schools. I don't believe Polo grew up in Ann Arbor. I could be wrong on this, but I thought Polo Frost was from Ipsy. If he's not from Ipsy and he's from Ann Arbor, I really want to know who he is, because I've always been told he was an Ypsilanti artist. I've never really heard him rep Ann Arbor. I've heard him rep Ipsy. He even said he was going to make Ipsy great again. Well, how you going to make Ipsy great again by bringing in rap artists from Detroit to Ann Arbor? I need you to make it make sense. Make it make sense, Mr. Polo. Because now you're talking about my village. I would never bring an Ann Arbor artist to Ipsy and say, we're going to make Ann Arbor great again by having him perform in Ipsy. I would never bring a Detroit artist to Ann Arbor and say, we're going to make Ipsy great again. I would never take an Ipsy artist to Detroit and say, we're going to make Ipsy great again. If you want to make Ipsy great again, put the artists from Ipsy in Ipsy and make Ipsy great again. If you want to make Detroit great, keep the Detroit artists in Detroit and make the Detroit artists make Detroit great again. And if Ann Arbor wants to be made great again, it needs to find its own artist from Ann Arbor to make Ann Arbor great again. Why are we crossing all these people up in all these different cities and shit? I need to know, Mr. Polo. So let's continue with the video. Shall we?
I think it's a race thing because if it wasn't, why were you able to book a band that day?
I've kind of already answered those questions, so I'm not going to say anything on that. They are able to book a band because people want to play the pig, because people want to make money, because people, whatever.
Even if you were expecting maybe somewhat of a smaller crowd, we could have accommodated anything.
He says it's pretty obvious this is a race issue.
How small do you get? It's 400 fucking capacity. It's a 400 capacity event. It's a 400 capacity event. How small is it supposed to be, Polo? Damn. He said, even if you was expecting a smaller crowd, you know, we could have accommodated that. 400 people? And you want to make it smaller? How small you want to make it? Trey said, damn, y'all beefing like that in Michigan? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, they rap banging in here. They venue banging. They venue banging. What did you say, Dr. Cynthia? I stumbled upon a degenerate comedy show called Another Period. It has Snoop, like rap soundtrack. My point is some rap artists are about the money no matter. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I get it. Yeah. They don't care about the lyrics. They don't care about who's going to hear the lyrics, who could be affected by the lyrics. No, they don't care. Degeneracy is at an all-time high right now. But where I will not allow degeneracy to be is in my village. But where I will also not allow shit to happen like this. This is craziness. He said we can make the venue smaller. And y'all gonna understand why I'm laughing about this. What'd you say, John Henry, before I get back into this? Don't you remember the artist talking about how hard Arrowwood is, about how Ann Arbor is hard? They're gonna make us great again. You know what? I stand corrected, man. I forgot. Because Ann Arbor done got to a point where, you know, I mean, it's approaching some real difficult times with the violence. Being in all seriousness, you got kids out here thinking that that Arrowwood is this and Arrowwood's that and Ann Arbor's hard. A lot of that is coming from the degeneracy of it all. Just because y'all flying off, you know, with sticks and your blickies. That don't make you hard. That makes you ignorant, because you're going to die. You're going to kill somebody. You're going to die. You're going to affect some families. That don't make you hard. And all y'all going to either end up behind the wall or in the ground. And the ones that end up behind the wall, y'all going to end up with ponytails. There ain't none coming out of Ann Arbor right now that could go to prison right now and survive 30, 40, 50 years. Y'all getting punched as soon as you get inside. As soon as you get out of quarantine, they going to be licking their chops. It's all y'all little tough guys. All the tough ones. They like the tough ones. They like when you fight. It's like fishing. You know, fishermen like when the fish squirm to get out of the water. That's what you're going to do when you go to jail for killing somebody's relatives out here. That's what's going to happen. It is absolutely a public safety issue. And what he's making it out to be is this just business. This just business. No, this says same business. I'm going to finish this thing and I'm going to let it roll all the way through so y'all can really understand why I'm so deep on this shit. Mr. Polo, please continue.
Solidified, he says, after they offered to bring in additional security. But nope.
Did they offer a refund of the money?
Nothing.
We called, we texted, we knocked, and were ghosted by the people of the Blind Pig.
They just stereotyped it from the jump.
Notoriously, he says Sada Baby shows are without issue. His issue now that
I know he didn't say that. I know he didn't say that. Sada Baby shows are without issue. Come on now. Come on now. Sada Baby shows are without issue. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. One quick second. Okay, I saw it. Hold on one second. In 2023, there was a fight at a Sada Baby show. Was he at this concert here? I don't see him at that concert. Let me do that. I don't know who Skilla Baby is. No. Fight breaks out at rap concert in Charleston. Police said that a fight happened after the concert by rap artist Sada Baby. Ended about mid. Okay, so his shows are without issue from what I see. Not. Yeah, I use that term punched because basically it's violence of another man from another man. Punched. That's what that means. I just didn't want to use, the term that starts with an R because they're going to get that. When they go to jail, they're going to get that. Absolutely. Well, let's finish this out because I want y'all to hear the whole thing, because once you hear the whole thing, it'll sound even crazier in its entirety than it does right now being broke up.
Thousands of dollars, he's out.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit, flyers, posters.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit. What? Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit. Why did Sada Baby put a deposit down? Why did Sada Baby put a deposit down? I'd really like to know why Sada Baby put a deposit down if it was Polo Frost's show. if Sada Baby is the artist, why is Sada Baby putting a deposit down? Can anybody tell me why that would happen? Is there a reason why Sada Baby would put? I don't know about this new way of performing. A lot of these people now are they paying to get on stage. Okay. They paying to get on stage. I hear that a lot. Looks like Michigan's dropped out of here because I wanted to get some intel from Michigan's. Why was Sada Baby putting a deposit down? And if Sada Baby put a deposit down, why did Polo put a deposit down? And then all these people put these deposits down. How y'all put all these deposits down? Pay to play. It's the new scam. But why would Sada Baby put the deposit down if he is the headline artist, though, Robert Jones? Polo paid Sada. Didn't you just hear what he said, though, Michigans? He said Sada, he paid Sada a deposit. Sada didn't pay he didn't pay. We got to listen a little bit more of this again. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'm getting confused.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit.
No.
His issue now, the thousands of dollars he's out.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit, flyers, posters, backdrop, all the advertisement. I put a nice chunky amount of money.
He said he put a nice chunky amount of money out there. And I get it. If he put a nice chunky amount of money out there, he wants his money back. He should definitely get his deposit back. And he'll get his deposit back. He probably just, they wasn't just going to be standing at the door counting his bills out. He going to get his money back. I ain't worried about that. They're not going to keep his money. They don't want to get sued. If they had some type of contract, they're not going to get sued. They've already booked another band. Their venue's straight for that day. They didn't lose anything. They're going to give him his money back. I'm not concerned about that part. Okay. I'm not concerned about that part. He wouldn't pay a deposit. He lost the deposit he put down on Sada Baby. He said he paid Sada Baby up front. Yeah, we done covered that. So Sada ain't gonna give him his money back? He's not gonna perform. Sada's not gonna give him his money back? I mean, that's his boy, right? Hey man, you didn't perform, man. I just need that money back. Sada's gonna be able to, I bet you Sada gonna have a concert on the 5th. He's gonna be able to make money on the 5th. So why wouldn't he, give him his money back? To book the artist, you have to put a deposit down. Okay, I get that. Yep, we're already there. But he probably needed to go to Sada to get that money. No, he said he put a good chunky of money down. You guys aren't listening. That's why I'm going to play this whole thing back again.
Went and probably bought a car. No, not probably. I definitely could have went and bought a car.
Polo Frost says
he put enough money down where he said he could have went and bought a car. Put a pin in that. That's 3 pins. 400-person venue. 400-person venue. Security issues. And he said he put so much money down, he could have went and bought a car.
As he is activated and motivated, the show will go on. They're still looking for another venue. Reporting in Ann Arbor, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
She said Jessica Dupnack on The Edge. Okay. Y'all watch this whole thing in its entirety. Give me 1 second.
The Blind Pig, it's an iconic concert spot here in Ann Arbor, but it turns out they might not be blind to race, and they sure didn't want to talk to us about it when we asked.
Ann Arbor is actually a very diverse city, so it just kind of boggles me, like, why are they acting like this?
Rapper Polo Frost did his first show at the Blind Pig in Ann Arbor in 2014. It was the logical choice for him and his business partner to return for their company's first concert booking, and they had Detroit rapper Sada Baby all set for July 5th.
I can never fall in love with a cancer.
He's a big reason why the music industry is looking at Detroit now.
Yeah.
He got a song with Nicki Minaj. What?
Right.
Here they are, performing at LCA last month. Needless to say, a big get for Polo's new company. When he was finalizing details this week, he says the folks that run the Blind Pig told him this.
And they text and said, hey, we're having staffing issues. we can't staff that show, so we have to pull out.
And then in Sada Baby's place on the same day, Polo and his partner say the Blind Pig booked another band that looked very, very different.
I think it's a race thing because if it wasn't, why were you able to book a band that day? Even if you were expecting maybe somewhat of a smaller crowd, we could have accommodated anything.
He says it's pretty obvious this is a race issue, solidified, he says, after they offered to bring in additional security. But nope.
Did they offer a refund of the money?
Nothing.
We called, we texted, we knocked, and were ghosted by the people of the Blind Pig.
They just stereotyped it from the jump.
Notoriously, he says Sada Baby shows are without issue. His issue now, the thousands of dollars he's out.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit, flyers, posters, backdrop, all the advertisement. I put a nice chunky amount of money. I could have went and probably bought a car. No, not probably. I definitely could have went and bought a car.
Polo Frost says he is activated and motivated. The show will go on. They're still looking for another venue. Reporting in Ann Arbor, Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
I'm not laughing because somebody's out some money, because y'all already know where I'm at with that. I don't like to see nobody get cheated. Boy, we don't hit 2 hours in this thing. I don't like to see nobody get cheated. And hopefully Sada Baby gives him his money back. I'm sure the pig's going to give him his deposit back. They're not in the business for keeping people's deposits, okay? They're the ones that said they were having staffing issues. They'll give him his deposit back. Now, him getting money back from Sada might be more of an issue. If they end up putting the show on, he's probably good. Sada keeps the money. But if they don't end up putting the show on, that's where it could get greasy between Polo and Sada. Okay. So I'm anticipating that he's going to be able to get his money back from Sada. You know, because if Sada doesn't give his money back, it's going to be a situation, I'm sure, between, and let that be Ypsi and Detroit, because Ann Arbor ain't got nothing to do with this. You know, he's trying to make Ypsi great again by having a venue in Ann Arbor. But since Ann Arbor's venue is out of it, that goes back to Ypsi and Detroit. Don't bring Ann Arbor into this mess. Okay. Y'all don't want Ypsi and Detroit fighting in Ann Arbor. Y'all couldn't get the venue off in Ann Arbor. Don't bring y'all violence to Ann Arbor. We got enough problems over here. You know, all the violence is going on in Arrowwood, you know, and all that stuff is going on. We got enough violence over here. All right. And this isn't our jurisdiction in Ann Arbor for the supreme felons to patrol. You know, they only handle 197 and 198, even though they got federal money by the Washtenaw County Board of Commissioners, which should be all over the county, but they said they only handle 197 and 198. So we ain't gonna have the orange jackets downtown patrolling, or, you know, as they do, you know, standing around taking pictures and videos and shit, you know, when y'all fighting. So let's make sure that we keep that shit in Ypsi Township, all east back. What we got there? What'd you say? The Blind Pig has been a venue for hip hop for decades. Dude, this ain't got nothing to do with the pig. This has to do with the talent. This has to do with the talent, and this has to do with the promoter. Okay? Ain't got nothing to do with the pig. Leave the pig alone. Let the pig go. Speaking of the pig, y'all see that wild pig running around in Detroit and shit? It's all these animals been getting loose in Detroit. It's like that guy with that exotic zoo and shit. Did he like go out of business and just let all the animals free? Animals been getting wild, just wildly loose in Detroit for the last several months. I've been front stage with Grand Verbalizer, Funk and Lesson Brother Jay, so I can't see it being racism. Hey, I get it. I get it. Stop laughing, Frida. It can get wicked in the deuce. From what I'm hearing, it can get wicked in the deuce. You know, I mean, there's some absolute degeneracy going on here. I'm not going to discount the gun violence that has happened in Ann Arbor, because it is a lot. There's a lot of threats. We had 2 shootings, I think in successive nights. One in Arrowwood and one over here off of Stone School. Heard there was a prom party that got shot up. You know, we got a lot of bullshit happening around Ann Arbor. It's not just Ypsi. That's why I don't put it all on Ypsi. It's not just Ypsi, and it just ain't youth violence. It's not retaliatory shit. Because if that was the case, if it was all retaliatory, what happened here, y'all? What happened here? If it's retaliatory, what did that 29-year-old see to do to have to retaliate against his grandmother? He killed his grandmother. What did she do to make him retaliate? Yeah. Don't talk that retaliatory shit to me. There's ignorance out here. There's degeneracy out here. And y'all want to talk this hugs over handcuffs with Derek Jackson? Okay. Jerry Clayton has fucked up this county in so many different ways. We ain't even got enough people on the street to patrol. And y'all motherfuckers up here taking over Ypsilanti's major crime unit. Y'all don't even have enough people to do y'all crimes. But it's all a play. The overplay for the underlay. Retaliatory crimes, youth violence. That's youth violence, 29-year-old? Victimizing a 73-year-old? Y'all consider that youth violence? Stop blaming this all on kids. It's not all kids out here. There's a lot of mental illness, absolutely free. There's a lot of mental illness. And where does that all start? That doesn't start when he's 28. That shit started when he was 9, when he was 19. Now he's 29 and he's buried his grandmother in a shallow grave. Fuck out of here, man. Yeah. Sketchy clues on that. But I heard it was like maybe like an Airbnb or somebody, you know, and the clowns came through just shooting, you know, just popping off. I don't believe anybody was injured at that time. But yeah, it's happened. So your kids out here, they're being victimized. They can't even go out and have good fun on their prom nights anymore because you got take their asses and sit them down. Sit them down. Y'all putting them on probation. Y'all putting them on tethers. You know, I mean, none of that shit works. Put their ass in a fucking cage. If you can't dwell out here in these settings, put them in a cage. And the last thing I want to do is see somebody sitting unjustifiably. But goddamn it, if you can't abide by the laws, which means keep your hands to yourself, take your hands off these guns, take your hands off the trigger, just take your hands off, just whatever. Go find something to do. But I can't ask you to find something to do when there ain't shit to do. You know, there ain't shit to do. I get it. Some of these kids start out in their early teens, preteen years, doing dumb shit. And by the time they do get to 15, 16, 17 years old, they're full-blown criminals. By the time they get to 21 to 24, they're arch criminals. And still ain't really did no time, probably ain't even really been caught. I mean, the kid that killed, 3 people last year, injured another, he was on a tether. He shouldn't even been in the area that he was in, but he was in that area and the tether wasn't going off while he's blowing up kids. He was on an ankle bracelet, but it didn't stop him from murdering and injuring multiple people. Dangerous adults start out as dangerous kids. They don't just, oh man, one day I'm just going to be a criminal. No, the deviant behavior is there. It just germinates into something crazy by the time they're 29 and they're digging shallow graves to bury their grandmother. Stop it. So I got to pull this up here. I got to pull this up so y'all can see this. Look at this. Can you see this? Is it visible to y'all? Let me drop off the screen so I can make it totally visible to you. Can you see this? This was the show bill, like on Facebook, I guess. No, maybe it's not. Maybe it's just like on whatever the site was. This might have been the Blind Pig site. On sale Friday, May 17th, 10 a.m. Now, obviously, this didn't go off. This didn't happen, right? Look at the bottom if you can, family. Plus $5 at the door if under 21. Now, how much were the tickets supposed to be? Because I don't know what the tickets were supposed to be. What were the tickets supposed to be? If anybody knows, does anybody know? Michigans, do you know what the ticket prices were supposed to be? Because I don't know what the ticket prices were supposed to be. I don't know. Let's see. Now, for this show, it was $10. The show that they're going to end up having, it was $10. If you look at that, it says $10. I don't know anything about Cardinal Rule, Concrete Jungle, Bliss. $10. $10. That's what they're charging for this show. Was the Sada Baby show going to be $10? How much were they trying to charge at the Pig for Sada Baby? Does anybody know what the prices of the tickets were? What they were going to be? Because I don't know. I have no idea what the prices of the tickets were. We're talking about a 400-person venue. 400-person. Now, this show here, $10. $10, okay? And if you've got a show that's $10 and you've got 400 people, that's $4,000 they're going to make at the door. So what was Sada Baby's ticket prices? What do you think Sada Baby's ticket prices were at that point? I mean, let's just say Sada Baby's prices were $20. That's $8,000. $8,000, y'all. Let's say Sada Baby's tickets were $30. 400 people capacity. That's $12,000. $12,000? Let's say Sada Baby's tickets were $40. Now, I'm not paying $40 to see most artists unless there's multiple artists. But let's say Sada Baby's tickets were $40. Okay? That's $16,000. $16,000. Let's do this. Let's just make it an even half a bean. Even half a bean. $50 for the tickets for Sada Baby. That would be 5 times the amount that this other group is coming in. And they said, we're going to take them, but we don't want Sada Baby's tickets. Okay, whatever. So let's say tickets were going to be $50 per. I don't know what Sada Baby's tickets demand. I really don't. I don't know what they call for. Let me see if I can look on this post. They put anything else on this post? Nah, see, he cropped it. He cropped it, and so I couldn't see what this was. Does he have anything else on his I'm gonna work my hardest for this Sada Baby show to happen for y'all. Just make sure y'all come out, because this shit is a headache. But it's time for us to have some shit around our hometown again. If me and my niggas gotta buy our own club, we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's what y'all should do. Yeah, that's what y'all should buy your own club. There's the Men Like Us building out on Michigan Ave. I think that's vacant. Go buy the Men Like Us building. That's about 400 capacity. See, I told y'all that Jessica Dupnat, can y'all see that? I told y'all Jessica Dupnat was in a compromising position. Jessica Dupnack got her cookies all out. What is she doing? Jessica, what you doing? And like she's pulling her shirt up. That's the shot y'all put up? That's the shot y'all let go? What is Jessica doing? She got the Cookie Monster out. Why? Why? And Polo, he looks so distraught. I get it. But one of the things I want to do is I want to go back to this situation here. Let me go all the way here. I think we go right here. Share this tab instead. This is where he said
his issue now, the thousands of dollars he's out.
Sada Baby's deposit, the venue's deposit, flyers, posters, backdrop, all the advertisement. I put a nice chunky amount of money. I could have went and probably bought a car. No, not probably. I definitely could have went and bought a car.
Polo Frost says he is activated and motivated. The show will go on. There's still looking.
So he said he put enough money down to buy a car. I don't know what kind of car. You know, I don't know what kind of car he would deem as a nice car. So I'm not really, you know, it's not even my problem at that point. What's my problem? Stop laughing, Free. Stop laughing. What's my issue with this whole situation is even if the tickets were $50 a pop, and I'd have a hard time believing that they were $50, even if they were $50, that's $20,000. $20,000 if he sells the whole joint out at $50. Hopefully, if you're not under 21, because you're going to pay $55. He said plus $5 for under 21. I don't know what that's about. I don't know why you're going to pay extra money just because you're under 21 at the Blind Pig. I'm not understanding that. Whatever. But are you paying $50 to see Sada Baby at the Pig? And think about this. Think about this. He said he was looking for artists to perform as well. Are those artists paying him? Or are those artists being paid? And I know I just saw the pay for play thing. It's the biggest scam out. Da-da-dee-da-da-da. I mean, to get on a show with Sada Baby, are you paying to perform? And then Polo gets that money too? Because this ain't a pocket watching thing for me, because ain't no pockets to watch. Ain't no show happening. And I don't care. I care more about him saying that Ann Arbor legendary venue Blind Pig is a racist situation. This is cut and dry. Let's just be honest. This is cut and motherfucking dry. This has nothing to do with racism. This has to do with risk factor. And if anybody knows business, no business is going to put the risk factor in front of their potential opportunity to do business another day. Now, this is going to happen right after the 4th of July. The 4th of July is on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. And this was going to happen on a Friday. So we got a long weekend happening. And they're trying to make money not only on the 4th, but the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, and beyond. What if Sada Baby comes in there and his crowd ends up doing something to the venue where they can't open up on the 5th or the 6th? Did they really gain a lot by whatever deposit? I don't know how much Polo was renting the Pig out for. But for me, as a 400-person venue, what were they really renting the venue out to Polo for? He said he put enough money down on the venue and paid Sada to buy a car. At $50 a pop, full tilt, 400 people, he would have made $20,000. So let's say he paid Sada Baby $10,000. How much did he pay to Blind Pig for a deposit for the venue? Did he pay them another $10,000? Is he saying he needs to break even at a $50 ticket clip? That's not good business. That's not business. That's business. And y'all already know how I feel about business. You know, we've talked about this before. There's business and there's business. And this sounds like some business because he said he put out a big chunky of money and he paid Sada Baby and he paid the pig and he promoted and he did this and he did that. He's out of a grip, sounds like. Enough to buy a car. He said it was enough money he put out to buy a car. And there's no show. And he's out his dough with no venue to go. Hey, if he wants me to perform, I'll perform. I can rhyme probably about as good as half the motherfuckers who probably out there trying to pay for play. I'll do it for free. You just need somebody to rhyme some words. I can do that for free. This is ludicrous. And I'm not talking about Christopher Bridges, ludicrous. This is crazy. And it's borderline asinine to think about it. Because if you're saying that they booked another group, okay, that's what they're supposed to do. But if they said they had staffing issues, it was because people didn't want to work the Sada Baby event. They've worked the KRS-One event. They've worked the X-Clan event. Like I said, I believe Rakim has performed there as well. They've worked other national, international rap artist events. Probably not the same staff, probably not the same security, but it's never been an issue before. Why was it an issue this time? Because of your artist selection, Mr. Polo. It ain't got shit to do with Ann Arbor. It ain't got shit to do with Blind Pig. It ain't got shit to do with you. Your artist selection got you canceled at the Pig. And you need to understand that. Now, maybe if there was another headliner or maybe Sada Baby was coming in as a undercard, what do you call them, opening act? Maybe you would have had a more of approachable situation. Maybe if KRS is coming in and he says, hey, I want to have special guest Sada Baby come in. KRS is going to sell them tickets out anyway. Sada Baby's crowd's probably not going to be inside. They're probably going to be outside, which is still a problem. See, they don't want no problems inside the venue. They want no problems outside the venue. Ann Arbor don't want no problems at all. But you're trying to make Ipsy great again by bringing a Detroit artist to Ann Arbor. Stop it. We don't need Ann Arbor involved in that. If Ipsy's going to be made great again, have the artist perform in Ipsy. Have the artist perform at the concert venues that y'all have in Ipsy. Y'all got concert venues in Ipsy. What's that Cats, Stray Cats or whatever that Cats? What's the other what's the venue right there on Michigan Ave? I've seen bands performing in there. You've got the Tap Room. Y'all got other bars that y'all can bring Sada Baby to in Ipsy. Bring them to a concert venue in Ipsy and make Ipsy great again. Go over and ask Eric, can you rent his parking lot out in back of Puffer Reds and have an outdoor concert venue? Just get you a stage truck and have people on outside. Make Ipsy great again by doing stuff in Ipsy. Don't make Ipsy great again by doing stuff in Ann Arbor, because that's not going to happen. Ipsy will never be made great again by doing business in Ann Arbor. Just like Ann Arbor will never be made great again by doing business in Ipsy. Just like bringing a Detroit artist to Ann Arbor is never going to make Ipsy great again. I don't know why he said that, but he said it. He said he's going to make Ipsy great again by bringing a Detroit artist to Ann Arbor. Sounded crazy to me, and it probably sounds crazy to y'all. I don't really care at this point, but he has to stop thinking that what he did was good business, because what he did was not good business. If he done spread all that bread around enough to where he said he could buy a car, he said he could buy a car with the money he put around there. A car. That's a lot of money for a 400-person venue. for Sada Baby. And like I said, I don't know what the ticket prices were. You know what? Maybe I can do this. Let me see what Sada Baby's tickets cost other places. Here's a place. Uh-oh, I might be able to see. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I might have it. Hopefully it's a dead link and they never took it down. Nope. No, they done took it off the site already. Tickets. Oh, maybe hold on a second. There it is. General admission, $21. There it is. I got it. $21 is what the tickets were going to cost. Probably $20. And then they were doing, what do you call it? $20, and they were doing the $1 service charge for this company. $20. Okay. So we'll go back to $20. And if I'm not mistaken, I had it right. It was $8,000. $20 times 400, $8,000. How much money did he pay Sada Baby? How much money did he pay Sada Baby? I need to know. How much money did he give the pig for the deposit? If he packed it out at $21 a pop, because he's not getting that dollar charge at $20 a pop, and everybody's over 21 because everybody needs to be over 21, that's $8,000. Let's say everybody's under 21. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. He got a young growl. $25. $25, 400 people. 25, 400 people, $10,000. $10,000. Now, if he put $10,000 down between Sada Baby and the pig, because Sada needed a deposit, pig got a deposit, how much money was he looking to make off the event? Something's not adding up. But at least he got on TV with this. At least he got on TV with this. And I'm good with it. Because it doesn't mean anything to me. Like I said, I don't know Polo Frost. If Polo Frost walks in front of me, I'd know who he was. But I don't know his music from any other music. And I don't know him enough to say anything negative about him. This is bad business practice. Get a bad business practice here. And I heard that he said he's putting his legal team on it. Man, don't get no lawyers tied up in this. Don't pay no money to look. As an elder, I want to here. Let me come on up. I want to be real serious with him. I don't think he should spend $1 on an attorney. He's probably got an attorney that he consults with, looks over contracts and stuff. But I don't think he should pay any money to anybody to go at the pig. Because if you do that, instead of just waiting the time frame out, go back and get your deposit, walk away, they will stretch you out. And what I mean by stretching you out, pause on that. They've got attorneys who will make you wait until every last minute, last second. They will make you wait for your money, however much money you gave them. Focus on continuing to try to put this event together, wherever you're going to put it together. It's probably not going to happen in Ann Arbor. Probably not. Because this has gotten bad publicity already for Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor, nobody else wants to touch it now. I mean, who's gonna take it? Nectos? Who's gonna take it? Who's gonna take this event after Blind Pig said, we good on that. We good on that. Who's gonna take it now? You know, nobody's looking for the SADA dollars in Ann Arbor. Take it to Ipsy. Make Ipsy great again with the Detroit artists as an Ipsy promoter. Put it in Ipsy. Make Ipsy great again by having the venue in Ipsy. Or keep SADA at home and get a venue in Detroit, because I'm sure there's many of venues that will book SADA in Detroit, in his hometown, and make everything. That way you don't lose your deposit. He performs for you. You get your money there, and then you just got to deal with the venue at that point. You're going to get your money back, Mr. Polo. Mr. Polo is probably not going to watch this video. So, Mr. Polo Frost, you're probably going to get your money back from Blind Pig. Just let the time come out. They've got other business at hand. They're not into keeping your deposit. They don't need to. They don't need to. The people that own that place, they don't need to keep deposits. They voluntarily said, we don't want to do this. So they're not into keeping your deposit. They're not going to keep your deposit. I can 100% tell you they don't care about your deposit. Trust me. So, with that being said, doing good business out here, you've got to have an A to Z plan, not ABC. It's got to be A to Z plan. What if? And you what if your way all the way to Z? You absolutely what if your way all the way to Z. Because if you don't what if your way all the way to Z, the letter that you miss, the very letter you miss, is going to cost you everything. There's no racism component here, because they could have easily had a black band perform on Friday. Then what would the story have been? What would the story have been? I mean, at that point, if they have a black band perform, would we have gotten the opportunity to see Jessica's cookies? Jessica Dupnack needs to call Polo and be like, hey, take that picture down. I didn't realize that y'all got that picture. Take that picture down. My husband doesn't like me, kind of being where I'm at with that. Mr. Dupnack's probably like, really, Jessica? Really? You sitting up there with your leg all cocked up on the bleachers, talking to Mr. Polo? Really? There ain't no show at the Pig, but there was a show there. There was a show in Ipsy where he said, actually, it says Ann Arbor. They filmed this in Ann Arbor, it looks like. Where was y'all at? I mean, they had a baseball field. They had a baseball diamond. Where'd they do this at? Where'd they do this at? He said he was making Ipsy great again, but he filmed all of his stuff and had the venue and everything. That was all. Where's this at? It says View Post. Here, View Post. So where was it at? Hold on a second. I'm trying to see where's that. Where was this at? Oh, it just says Ann Arbor. Oh, Polo stayed outside the Fox 2 truck. He's staying on business. He said he's staying on business. But he's also standing in the village if he's in Ann Arbor. He's also standing in the village. And people are egging him on, which I think is kind of useless. Noah said they definitely selective as fuck. Yeah. They tried to make you wear rubbers. What? What is that about? I'm petty, so I want to look. I have no idea what that's about. We got to stand on stuff like this. This is great, Polo Frost. Okay. Y'all, what y'all need to do is stop amping him up and do some advanced ticket sales so he can recover some of the money so he can go get him another venue. Stop amping him up, because this Ann Arbor thing is not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Stop amping him up. That's not, I didn't have it big enough. Y'all not seeing what I'm seeing. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not good. And put him on blast. There you go, Tara. Tell him. Put him on blast. Okay. Tell you, Fox 2 came for the show and they got one. I mean, it ain't gonna be no concert, but it was definitely a show. I get it. I get it. This is where we at. This is where we at, y'all. I get it. So we done ran up 2 hours and 35 minutes in here. I tried to make my point to the point of this. Ann Arbor absolutely has its racist components. The blind pig, swing and a miss on this one, Mr. Polo Frost. They're not being racist by not wanting Sada Baby to perform at their venue. They're being cautious. You got to understand there's a difference between cautious and racist. I have no problem with breaking this down to you because I'm from here and I understand people being cautious and I understand people being racist. I know the difference and I'm never going to confuse the two. It's an unfortunate situation that you've lost money. You put a big chunk of your money out there, you said. I get it. I don't want to see anybody lose revenue. Ever. Ever. I don't want to see anybody lose money. But the fact that you did and you lost it in the fashion that you did doesn't quite sound like your plan was already like planned out properly. I'm sorry. You may have thought you were doing good business by putting the deposit here, by giving Sada Baby here, but no. Maybe you should have made it fully known what his concerts are known for and what the potential situation could be. Hello, Sparkling Fine. Never seen you in the chat before. Coming from Twitter, as a matter of fact. It's been a long time since somebody commented. It's been a long time. I guess I was a good storyteller there. This is a safety concern. I'm glad it was canceled. It may have saved lives and avoided potential property damage. It's true. It's true. And then again, they could have had a total accident-free evening, but they were being cautious based on history. And if your history precedes you to have had violence at your shows, chances are places like Blind Pig are not going to house your show. Not racism. Cautious. That's it, Mr. Polo. I commend you for wanting to make Ipsy great again in Ann Arbor. No thanks. Make Ipsy great again in Ipsy. Who's rap hating? You've DJ'd shows at the Blind Pig. Who's rap hating? There was just a rap show there a few months ago. Are they rap hating? Or are they certain genres of hip hop, rap, whatever y'all want to call it, music hating? Who could be hating? How can you be hating? I'm going to protect my investment. And the investment is the venue. If all the windows get broken out of my venue, I can't open up the next day and make money. Got to board the whole place up, get new glass brought in. That glass has got to get measured and cut and inserted and reset. That means I can't open for a few days. From a Friday show, I might not be able to open till the next Friday. Was a show that was going to possibly gross $8,000 for the promoter worth it? I mean, if he was going to get $8,000 if he packed it out, how much did the pig get? How much did the pig get? How much was he renting the place out for? Let's say he rented it out for $2,000. How much was he giving Sada Baby? How much does it cost for Sada Baby to perform? I thought I saw $10,000 earlier in the chat. He's going to pay Sada Baby $10,000 when he's not even going to make $10,000? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better than this one. Y'all got to tell me where I'm missing the boat on this shit. I'm missing the boat to hear he's going to pay money that he's not going to make. Is that just for the love of the money? I mean, I'm sorry, the love of the art, the craft, the genre. He wants to make Ipsy great again, so he's willing to lose thousands and thousands of dollars while doing it. Just talking shit. I was wondering what you was talking about. Uh-oh. I done lost my audio. Let me get my audio back. We don't get my when I go dry for a minute, my speakers go off. Yeah. I was wondering what you was talking about, and you know.
Did you say nigga?
I was coming at you. You said just talking ish. I got you. No, I don't believe that there's any hate here. I don't believe there's any hate here. I believe that there was a business practice. I believe that there was a business practice lapse. Let's just say that. There was a lapse in business practice. Polo should have absolutely went about things a little bit different with the pig. I wouldn't have given Sada Baby $1 until I knew that I was aces with the pig. You get the artist before you get the venue. You might have a problem if the venue backs out. But if you get the venue before you get the artist, you can actually go to an artist and be like, hey, man, I've already got the pig booked. I've already got the pig booked. You want in? I want in. But I think he put the cart before the horse. I think he put the Sada before the pig. I've been to KRS, Souls of Mischief, Redman, and Devin the Dude. Yeah, at the pig. There's no racism here. They were being cautious based on the talent choice. Shout out to everybody that came through. I'm literally sitting at 71 on the live right now. 72 is my highest ever on the live. I'm literally sitting at 71 and I'm ready to wrap this thing up. I done said enough. You know. And I tried not to be petty. I mean, I know I was sarcastic, but that's me. If you don't like that, don't watch my content. But I tried not to be petty. I tried not to be in a space where, you know, I didn't say we were smoking on the Polo pack. How much would he have been getting, Michigans? Give me your expert opinion. Give me your expert opinion. How much would you think Sada would have been making at that event? if Polo's only going to make 8,000 if he packs it all the way out, how much was Sada gonna get? 5,000? Would he have got 5,000? I mean, he's got a record with Nicki Minaj. Polo said it. If you got a record with Nicki Minaj and you've been on stage with Nicki Minaj, do you make less than $5,000 for a show? Once you get a record with Nicki Minaj and you perform on stage with Nicki Minaj, do you make less than I'm not taking less than $5,000 a show. I'm not taking less than $5,000 a show. I'm telling you that right now. If I've got Nicki Minaj on my resume and I've been packing out arenas all over the place, why would I take less than $5,000? That's just common sense to me. Why would I go backwards? I wonder how much he got paid to be on the Nicki Minaj song. That's what I would do. You're going to pay me what it cost me to be on the Nicki Minaj song. That's what you're going to do. That's what I want. Right there. Yeah. Yeah. Because at this point, if I've made a record with Nicki Minaj and I've performed on Nicki Minaj's stage, why would I take less than $5,000? I'm like David Ruffin at that point.
Nobody coming to see you. Coming to see me. Coming to see me. I'm the group. I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group.
I mean, I got that vibe. If I've performed with Nicki Minaj, recorded a record with Nicki Minaj, and performed with her on stage, I'm not taking less than $5,000. That's just me. Nicki Minaj is an international star. God bless it. And you're on her record. I'm going to perform at the Pig for less than $5,000. Nah. Man, I've performed with Nicki Minaj. That's what I would be coming through. If I'm Sada Baby, I've performed with Nicki Minaj. Why would I take less than 5,000? Uh-oh. I just hit 73. Just broke my personal live record. Hopefully one of y'all didn't log on to some other platform to give me that record. I really don't need that. I don't need the stroking. Pause. I hit 73 live. When I get off, it's going to say I had 12 people watch. It always does this shit. You have 50 in the live. I get off, be like, you had 16 viewers. It is what it is. I don't complain because that's not what I'm here for. But it's funny to me. I hear it's really hot outside, so I'm about to go outside, see how hot it is. I might even cut my grass today. A new lawnmower. Let's cut my grass. Mess around with it for a minute. Man, I got somewhere to go this evening. Miss you guys, appreciate you in the chat. Free, appreciate you. Dr. Cynthia, appreciate you. Brother Donald, 2-3 G's? You thinking 2-3 G's? Okay, I get it. So 2-3 G's to them, 2-3 G's to the Pig, and he makes 5,000, 4,000. I don't know. And then Robert Jones said people are actually paying to get on stage, which is still one of the most ludicrous things to me. I'm going to pay you to perform? I'm going to pay you to perform? What happens there? I mean, I get it when strippers have to pay the tip out. You know, they got to pay their tip out, you know, to the club, right? I get that. But because that's technically paying to play too. But I'm going to pay you to get up on stage and rap my songs that I need to make money off of. When does the money come back to the artist at that point? What What are they trying to do? When an artist pays to get on stage, where is the money-making opportunity for them? I'm lost in this situation. I've never heard of paying to perform. I've never, ever paid to perform. Well, that's actually not true. I've worked jobs and didn't get paid. So I worked and yeah. Mm-mm. $2,000-3,000. He pays the pig $2,000-3,000. So he makes some money. Makes a few $1,000s. He said he put out enough money to buy a car though. What kind of car was he gonna buy? I'm telling you, man, if he put out more than he was gonna make, it's a bad business practice. And what he needs to do is get on over to the Supreme Felons Business Consultation Service, because they probably got a business consultation service too. They're doing everything now. They doing art galleries and shit. They got art galleries popping up. They got a floral planting unit set up. They've been had the janitorial service where they clean up the park. They've got a snow removal service courtesy of Big Lots, because Big Lots gave them the shovels that they could shovel the snow with. I don't think he got paid for the song with Nicki Minaj. With Nicki hopped on. Oh, Nicki hopped on his song. Well, wait a minute. I don't think he got paid for the song with Nicki. Nicki hopped. So she got on his song? Oh, I'm all screwed up with this music thing. So an international artist got on to a national artist. I think he's national. A national artist song. Well, who's making money? Nicki didn't make any money for the feature. He's not making any money by having Nicki on the feature. I'm confused. But the one thing I'm not confused at is we don't need Ipsy coming to Ann Arbor to make Ipsy great again with Detroit artists. We doing just fine over here by ourselves. Let Ann Arbor be great if it's going to be great. And make Ipsy great if it's going to be great. And Detroit's going to be what it is. He probably paid Nicki to be on the song. What could he pay Nicki? What could Sada Baby give Nicki Minaj? She probably did that for the love. I would hope she did that for the love of hip hop. Because what could Sada Baby pay Nicki Minaj? I mean, Nicki Minaj got money. She got money. She wipes her ass with $100 bills. She got money. Sada Baby, I can't see Sada Baby paying Nicki Minaj to be on a song. But you could be right, because I don't know none of this shit. I don't know what none of this is about. None of it. I know none of it. So, excuse me. Well, yeah, we've come to the end of this. And I'm going to end it like I started it. There's no point of me being any different. And we're going to bring back up Brother Malcolm, because it's his birthday today. It's his birthday today. And we're going to bring back Brother Malcolm, because I believe somewhere there was some energy that was channeled with Brother Malcolm with this situation here. This was beautiful. Let's enjoy as we salute Brother Malcolm on his 99th birthday. What do you say? Say Sada Baby's worth is $4 million? I believe it. His net worth probably is $4 million. I believe it. But I heard Nicki Minaj was getting like, $250,000 for a feature at one time. Here, let me look up. Or since you're doing that, look up how much does it cost for a Nicki Minaj feature. Let's see if we come up with the same amount. How much does Nicki Minaj charge for a feature? How much does Nicki Minaj charge for a feature? Minaj says she charges $250 a verse. Did she do more than one verse? Nicki says she charges $250 a verse. Okay. Sada Baby's worth $4 million. Okay. $1 million would be 25% of his net worth. She charges a quarter of that. But one of her collaborators, Davido, told W Magazine that she charges $500 for features. So she charges 1/8 of what Sada Baby's worth. Okay, let's see what we got here. They give you tickets to sell. Yeah, they charge you sometime. That's what Trick No Fly Zone is about. Concerts coming into the city, charging local. Okay. I get it. I get it. I understand that part of it. I've seen that game. You know, you still put on, yeah, I've seen that game. What I'm talking about is, did he really pay Nicki Minaj money to perform on his song? Because if she charges between $250,000 and $500,000, really? $250,000 to $500,000? His net worth better not have depleted by paying her. He should have skyrocketed. If I'm paying somebody $250,000 to be on something, I need to come back with $1 million. I need to come back with $1 million. That's just like you putting something in the street. You're doing business in the street. You're selling food, and you put out $250 worth of product. You want to come back with at least $500. So if I put $250,000 into something, I want to come back with at least instantly $500,000 and have it totally max out at $1 million. If Polo Frost gave him $2,000, the most he was going to make is $8,000 gross. So you minus the $2,000 for Polo or for Sada, $2,000 for the pig. And if there's any type of security, cleanup fee, whatever, I don't know. Is he paying any other artists? I don't know. Or were the artists paying him? I don't know. Either way, it don't matter. Don't none of this shit matter. Because there ain't going to be no show. But like I said, we're going to finish this out the way we started it. Most of y'all weren't even here at the beginning. So this going to be new to some of y'all. Yeah, let's roll it.
Someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
What now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's.
I don't even want to hear that part of it. I just like this
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
He gave Nicki a younger and different fan base. Okay. And it gave Sada a national look. Ah, okay. I get it. But Nicki didn't have a younger fan base? She didn't have a young fan base? Hell, I remember my daughter did a book report on her. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Of all the people in the world you could do a book report on, you're doing a book report on Nicki Minaj? Yeah, I should have seen it then. I was in for some troubles.
Blonde, bad built butch body. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
I'm not going to get enough of this until I get enough of this. Marjorie Green should have left her alone. I'm not sure why she came for her. But boy, oh boy, she got gathered like a bushel of greens. She got gathered.
Blonde, bad built bush body. Bleach blonde, bad built bush body.
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Damn. She said it so thoroughly. Bleach blonde. You know what? I'm going to come up before I get up on it. She had that ready for her. I'm not even going to give Jasmine Crockett the flex. She had that ready for her, and that's why she said it so smoothly. Bleach blonde. I can't even say it the way she said it.
Blonde, bad built bush body. Bleach blonde, bad built bush body. Bleach blonde, bad built bush body.
It's the greatest thing popping right now. It's much better than that song with Nicki Minaj and Sada, I'm sure. It's getting way more play, I'm sure.
Blonde, bad built bush body. Bleach blonde, bad built bush body.
Somebody say a comment before I get out of here. Nicki Minaj came from the same school that Drake did. They learned from that Jay-Z on the new talent and catch their way. I got it. She needs to start paying more attention to her BBL, because I saw a picture of her in some Daisy Dukes and she looked horrible. That thing was coming all out. I mean, she looks like a can of biscuits. A bad can too. Like, you know, you pop the can, the biscuits open up. She looks like when it spills out, like from one of them seams that it shouldn't have came out from. That's what her BBL looks like. That's what her BBL looks like. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body with a BBL.
Blonde, bad built bush body.
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body with a BBL. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body with a BBL. Bleach blonde, bad built butch body bitch with a BO and a BBL.
Stepping to me, they want to get some, but I'm the cat, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me, they want to get some, but I'm the creeper, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me, they want to get some, but I'm the cat, so yo, you know the outcome.
Rapper stepping to me, they want to get some, but I'm the creeper, so yo, you know the flow.
Who wanna see me act a fool? Grab the mic and broadcast like the 6 o'clock news. Reaching my peeps when I excite the crowd, and MCs get dealt with quick for crying out loud. I packed a little something that be rumping your subs. Back happy in the house, I'll show your MC some love. My slow flow keeps you on the go like no dose. Plus, I'm your doctor on call for the down low. It's just the like dang that functions what I bring. Like Mary J sang, I got real love for this game. Yeah. Never coming lame, I'm in the streets, not peep. What time is it? Time to play for keeps. Check it out, I'm coming with that soul sonic force, of course. Running rugged like a thoroughbred horse. Got my torch in my hand like I'm starting the Olympics. Microphone stays on fire cause I'm gifted. Terrific. I still got juice like high C. Plus I'm funking up your liver like 2 quarts of OD. So knock knock, who is it? It's your fat MC. Once again, ready to bounce down these roads and streets. Yeah, fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slip and slide. Yeah, and like niggas be cool. Like niggas be cool.
Blonde, bad built bush body. Bleach blonde, bad built bush body.
Yeah, slip and slide. Yeah, like niggas be cool. Like niggas be cool.
First thing about economics, all I know is chronic don't be growing on trees. So if you wanna live fat, then you must stack G's. So I make my bacon from breaking them seeds. You can't get with these, so you freeze at 32 degrees. Please let the rhymes ease your mind, but the cuts make you bleed. Tracks be on flat like my dime bags of weed. I got what you need. The urban black poets in the house to get it going on. It don't stop, it won't stop till the break of dawn. Break of dawn, bring it on. Nigga go from strong. For all that shit you talking, I'ma cut out your tongue. Shouldn't have been talking to me wrong. Fat cats at my back, yeah, it's like that, it's on. So who's talking shit? Who want the battle? Sometimes I rattle like a snake or like a baby's toy. Smoke a dime, then recline like a lazy boy. I bring you joy like a needle maker. I'm from the acre, let me take you on another caper. But don't forget your blunt papers. Fool, you best to blaze up or raise up. Fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Let's ride, glide, slip and slide, yeah. And like niggas be cool, like fill my cup up, fool. And let's blaze up the weed to the old school. Or just ride, glide, slip and slide, yeah. And like niggas be cool.